Hello, everybody, and welcome to the S&M show, the Sam and Ming show, broadcasting live, not from Jane Silent Bob's Secret Stash, but we're in the Batcave.
We are in the Batcave.
We are at Gotham Red Bank,
Yes.
place that we've been trying to pod for a while now. One of the, how would you describe this place? I mean, it is obviously the hottest spot in Red Bank. Opened about 3 months ago.
It's like classy, expensive, geeky.
It's not even really that expensive.
Well, no, that's not even what I mean. Like it's like when you walk in, like you don't want to walk in like sweatpants and like a sweatshirt. You want to dress up to come here, which I clearly have not, as we could say.
Lose the outer shirt, you're fine.
No, I like
I'm just saying.
Hey, the guy who owns the place is wearing Eddie Bauer.
He is.
I just want to say that fact.
Well, it's funny. It's like when he comes in during the daylight hours, he's usually in jeans and a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
But right at like 6 p.m., bam! It's like he tilts back the Alfred head from the Batman '66 show, which they have here with the button.
Yes.
And he changes into Bruce Wayne.
He changes.
And so big shout out to Joe Scolaro, the co-owner of Gotham Red Bank, where we're podcasting now. I just posted a photo of like a noir-y photo of you. I didn't edit it, so all the Instagram stuff is all over it. But so why are we here though?
Why are we here, man?
Why are we here?
Yes,
it's Monday
why are
night, usually our slot. I know we've been all over the map lately.
Not like other pods aren't all over the map. So we can't really get blamed when other people do the same shit that we do.
No, but we're
we don't ever really try and tread on other people's toes.
No. But
so you sent me a text message.
Okay. I did.
And I was driving here, and you sent me a text message that we can't pod at the stash because tell him Steve Dave is podding there tonight.
Yes.
And in my head, because we haven't podded on Mondays, I went, oh, well, that makes sense. It's a Wednesday night. And then I said, wait, no, it's not.
Mondays are night, man.
So Mondays are night. Now, Ming, I got a question for you, though.
So ask away.
So you walked in there.
I did.
You see that they're getting ready to pod. Why didn't you kick them the fuck out?
I don't know.
Here? Yeah, I think I got
Yeah, it's freaking it's a speakeasy, man. We're good. Would you could I get you to plug this in for me just in case?
Yeah.
There you go. Well, we got our Money Mobile set up. I think it worked out for the best. Why didn't I kick them out? I don't know.
Do I need to plug in, turn
this?
this?
Nope. Just plug it in. We're good. I think.
You should have said, Mondays are our night. Because now, Ming, you've, rolled over.
Oh, wait. Flip that one switch over.
That's what I asked you.
Oh, okay.
Now you let them get away with murder, and they think they can walk all over you like you're some pansy yellow man.
What else is new?
That's true.
What else is new?
That's true.
I don't. Listen, I'm pretty laid back. Did they just kind of shove me out of the way? No, I'm laid back. I'm like, listen, well, fuck you guys. We'll go pot over at Gotham where we can drink bourbon, fine bourbon, and be in a much more better environment than the back of a comic book store.
A much more better environment.
Beat up poker table.
That's true.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Do I think they're better than us? No, absolutely not.
Do they think they're better than us?
Oh, of course. Yeah, Brian thinks he's better than everybody. It's obvious. It's obvious when you go somewhere.
It's funny too because I don't think my my tweet definitely did send that a bunch of jackasses kicked us out, and somebody tweeted that to Brian Johnson.
Right.
And I'm like, what a fucking rat you guys are. You're like,
oh god, that's just how it is.
I was like, man, fucking rats.
Yeah, all right. That's how it is. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's fine. I've actually been having a lot of fights today.
Have you now? All right. Well, first of all, we are on live. I am at. You can tweet us questions, comments.
Disasters.
I'm at Ming-Chen37.
How are babies, Ming?
MINGCHEN 37.
And I'm at the Zen Librarian. And I never spell it.
You're not gonna spell it?
I'm not gonna spell it. Do you want me to spell it?
No, don't spell it.
LIBERRY.
Why are you spelling it like a redneck? Why? That's like the redneck spelling. So
the Zen Librarian.
Yes, we have a comment already from Will Wilkins. Will Wilkins was graciously patient enough to wait for us while we set up here at Gotham Red Bank.
Yeah.
Which you can visit at GothamRedBank.com, Facebook Gotham Red Bank, and Twitter Gotham Red Bank. Will says, tell Sam to calm down. It's internet radio. It's wild and doesn't follow the rules, much like yourself. This is why I pod with you. You don't.
Fair enough.
You know what the
Why
rules
doesn't Will ever tag me in what he said? tweeting at me. I do.
It wasn't a tweet. It was a text. So
okay.
I guess it wasn't. It was only meant for my ears.
Oh, it was only meant for your ears,
yes.
and now it's meant for everybody's.
My Asian ears, yes.
Okay. So
I got a dope photo of you. Before we go to the negative, I got a dope photo of you, which I'm going to post.
A dope?
Yes.
Or an adult photo of me. So does it say, have you been creeping in my windows while I'm sleeping?
I plead the fifth on that. So
I don't sleep on the ground floor.
No, we're at a place called Gotham Red Bank. We're in the library alcove. But there, and of course, being that it's named Gotham, there's a Batman display case here.
Yes.
And I kind of angled the camera where you can see you behind it, and then you can see the memorabilia in front of it. There is a red bat phone.
Yes.
There is a kryptonite ring.
And there's a Batman cowl.
There's a Batman
Where did they get that cowl?
I believe they got it at the store. I believe Mike sold it to them.
I believe they did too.
But I'm going to tweet this photo just because, like, we're freaking badasses. So
we're drinking bourbon.
We are drinking bourbon. What bourbon are we drinking?
We're drinking Angel's Envy because
Angel's
it's the one
Envy.
I like most.
Do you know the history of Angel's Envy?
Yes.
Okay.
But you could tell it to me.
All right,
or we could flag over our waiter and have him tell us.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I have I never actually plugged in. Can you hand me that red cable?
Yeah,
I connected all the stuff here, and I never actually connected this third mic here. Just in case we have anybody here that wants to sit down. We should find someone who gets, like, absolutely wrecked and see if they'll sit down with us.
Two of them are already sitting on this podcast.
Are you wrecked already?
No. I haven't even actually taken a sip yet.
Check. All right. I didn't know if I was going to drink today, but I'll tell you why later.
Well, you always say that you're not going to drink.
I know. I always...
Ooh, God, it burns so good going down.
I know. So here, let me give you a quick history of Angel's Envy before we go. Any bourbon connoisseurs out there, tweet us. Tweet us your favorite bourbon.
Yeah, tweet us your favorite bourbon. We'll try them all tonight.
Yes. Tweet us your favorite bourbon. At Ming 37 or at the Zen Librarian. The Angel's Envy is created by the dude who is pretty much known as the godfather of bourbon. His name is Lincoln Henkelson.
Lincoln Henkelson. Yes. I love that name.
Or Lincoln Henderson, I'm sorry.
I'm going to change my cat's name to Lincoln.
Lincoln Henderson.
Henderson. I like Henkelson better. Let's call him that.
He's had his toe dipped in some of the finest bourbons from Kentucky at Woodford Reserve. I believe he may have had a little... I have to check. He may have had something to do with Four Roses, which are two of my other favorite bourbons.
Yeah.
But this
I didn't really like Four Roses when we had it.
Really? You're nuts, dude.
I don't know. I think this was smoother.
You're nuts.
I think Four Roses burned a little bit more.
You want that burn, though.
You know what? I want it sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes I want something a little smoother.
Yeah. Do you know what makes bourbon bourbon? It has to be 51% corn in the mash.
Yes.
I learned this yesterday.
Yes.
We
learned it yesterday. You learned it when we were sitting at the bar.
I did, but I was.
But then you forgot it
yesterday. Yeah, as opposed to rye, which is 51% rye, as opposed to Irish whiskey, which is unmalted barley, as opposed to Scotch, which is malted barley. So you didn't think you would learn anything from this podcast today? Guess again. This is your alcoholic.
Yeah.
Your alcoholic lesson of the day. But all right, so that's history of Angel's Envy. If you can find it, the bottle is a 750 milliliter bottle. It's got angel wings on the back.
It looks like Daryl Dixon's vest.
I think that's good enough of a reason to
yeah,
drink it.
It is actually.
Is it not, my friend?
Yes, it is. We'll talk about The Walking Dead at the end of the show.
Okay.
Because since it is a Monday night, we are well aware that some people might not have watched it yet. So you guys can just.
When did you get so considerate?
Well, because I know what it's like to have a show spoiled for me, so...
Did it happen?
Yeah, it's happened
recently?
A bunch of times.
Okay.
So, and I've also spoiled The Walking Dead for people as well. So I know how much it hurts people, so we'll just do it at the end. Okay. And, So
what's going on with you today?
So I'm at war.
I know you've been, like, fired up.
So like the me that you saw a few weeks ago that, like,
The happy.
No, I'm still happy.
Okay.
Today I'm a little angsty, but what it came from was I was running the other day and I had this, like, surge of confidence. I felt like someone I used to be. Like a more confident version of myself. So it kind of, like, washed over the rest of my life. Like, the same. I've been training at work, and my boss pulled me aside the other day, and she's like, you never take notes, which scared me at first. She's like, but then I realized you don't need to because you kind of know how to do everything already. She's like, I kind of feel like we've had you here for like 6 months to a year.
How nice is that?
So I was just like, awesome. So like, it's just like I had this confidence. It was washing over me. It kind of took over every aspect of my life.
Right here. Cheers.
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 It kind of took over every aspect of my life. So, okay. So Saturday, we bring home the second cat. And for all you cat haters out there that hate it when I talk about my cat, I'm not really going to talk about my cat much. I'm going to talk about my neighbors again. So for those of you who hate me when I talk about my neighbors, you're not going to like this conversation. So we bring home the cat, and they hate each other. They like fucking hate each other. Spencer hates Kingsley. He's like, who the shit is Kingsley Zissou? He needs to be in one room. Kingsley's in the other. It's like fucking madness.
Kingsley Zissou.
Kingsley Zissou.
Okay.
So it's madness, and they don't like each other.
Okay.
So, I was kind of trying to take it, in step, like just whatever, give them more than like 5 hours. So by the morning, I'm sitting there, and they were playing. They were playing aggressively, but they're playing. Cats play aggressively. So they're two boy cats, playing aggressively. So they're running back and forth. Cats. They weigh less than 5 pounds each. Keep that in mind when I say that they're running back and forth. And they're like wrestling each other. So I'm sitting there at the kitchen table. Alex is playing with them. I'm drinking coffee, and I hear like, no one can hear that.
A knock.
But I hear like, not a knock. It was something coming from the middle of the room. So I look over, I'm like, Alex, are you nailing something into the wall? And he's like, no, that wasn't me. It came from downstairs. So my neighbors at 8:30 in the morning, my fucking neighbors, the ones I've recorded sitting on my couch.
Right, what do we name them? Asshole and like fat
bitch?
Okay,
Yeah.
Asshole and fat bitch.
Took a fucking broomstick to their ceiling to bang on my thing to tell me I was being too loud. So now I'm like fucking enraged. I have like this fire building in me. So I'm like, oh no, they did not. And Alex is like, just so we separate the cats.
Oh my God. All right.
So now I'm listening because he's loud enough that I could hear him. He goes, I want to know what the fuck's going on up there. Why are they being so loud? And I'm sitting there. I'm like, I don't know if he's like trying to be loud so I could hear him or if this is just his normal talking voice. And him and the wife are yelling that we're being loud and disrespectful, and they're going to call Joe, the leasing office guy. They're going to call Joe tomorrow and report us because we must have a dog upstairs, and they want a full investigation into our apartment.
So you hear this.
So I'm like, wait. Stop.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, they could hear us. I've spent the past 3 months listening to The Price is Right every single day without my TV on, and they could hear me.
I used to think you were exaggerating, and
then
I came over.
They were actually really quiet that day, so whatever you thought was loud that day is like me thinking that's a good day.
They were yelling while we were potting. I thought it was going to like bleed into our recording. It's crazy.
Yeah. So then they say, like I said, he's like, oh, well, they have to have a dog up there. My apartment complex allows pets.
Right.
So even if we did have a dog up there, how is that anything wrong?
Okay.
And the fact that he said he was going to call. So what do? I hop on my fucking phone and I call Joe first. And I'm like, Joe, listen, I just want to give you the heads up. We got 2 cats this weekend.
Yeah.
Kind of fudged a bit. I was like, we got 2 cats. We need them added to our bill.
What's a cat fee?
$35 per cat.
Per month?
Yeah.
So an extra $70.
An extra $70.
Okay.
Whatever. They're worth it.
I didn't know cats had to pay an occupancy fee.
Yeah, dogs are 45, cats are 35.
Okay.
So I'm like,
and what are small Asians?
100. So they so I call him up and I'm like, listen, I was like, we need the cats added to the bill. Since you guys aren't in today, I just want to let you know I'll be stopping by the office tomorrow with my written out contract, saying that we got these animals.
Hold on, had your neighbor not threatened this, how long were you going to wait before you added the cats to the bill?
Shut up.
I'm just asking.
Whatever, I'm doing the right thing.
Well,
I could have went to the leasing office, today and said that we only got 1 cat. Like, I did the right thing. So
okay, you were forced in. Your hand was.
My hand was forced. Whatever.
Was forced.
So, and I said, I was like, listen, I was like, and I don't know if this is a problem, but I could hear my neighbors downstairs, as I have been able to for the past 3 months of living here, which I have various recorded proof of. I run a podcast, so every now and then I record things, and you can hear them in the background, which is a little strange to me, of them being ridiculously loud. And not 12 hours after I acquired these 2 cats, they're banging on their ceiling and yelling that they want to call the police on me, basically, and get an investigation into my house. And I said, I don't want to make a big deal of this, but if they're going to push an issue and try and file a complaint against me, I'd like to file a complaint against them, not only for the noise, but for the harassment of banging on my ceiling.
Yes.
And I was just like, and I'll talk to you whenever you're in the office next, so have a great day. And hung up.
And your guy Joe was like,
well, so Joe
wasn't
in today. So I talked to one of my my coworkers who lives in my complex, and she says Joe's like a wimp. She's like, he's going to tell both of you the same thing when you file a complaint. I'll move you to a different section of the apartment complex, but you have to cover your own moving fees. And I told her the same thing I'll tell him when he says it to me. I have no interest in moving. No, if they want to be loud, that's fine. I find it humorous. It gives me more ammo for my podcast. Right. If they have a problem with my cats, then they better pack their bags and leave. So, today goes by. Cats are running around again. I hear them yelling again. And he goes, oh, they must have a dog up there. And the wife is going, oh, it sounds like a cat. And, he's like, oh, cats don't make that much noise. Never, like, once in these people's brains do they realize it's, like, 2 fucking cats.
Yes.
Like, so she's yelling about the noise. So about 5 minutes later, Alex and I had to leave to go get something. And we walk down the steps. We get to the bottom, and she goes, noise! At the top of her lungs. So Alex took the door behind him and slammed it so hard that I saw their windows, like the curtains, like shake and rattle. I was like, that probably was not the smartest idea to do, but no fucks given anymore.
It's on now.
Yeah, so now it's on. So now,
it's not gonna end well, my friend.
Every morning when I leave and every night when I come home, since I wear heels, I wear boots, I walk on my tippy toes so the heels don't clip on the stairs. And I take my shoes off when I walk around the apartment because it's just rude. You can hear that. Well, I can assure you tomorrow morning when I leave for work, I'm going to hit every step so hard. And they're going to know what it's like to live under Samantha Quintus. I'm Portuguese. I'm my father's daughter.
Yes.
I will make these people move out.
Yes. That sound of heels clicking on the floor, most beautiful sound in the world.
I know.
I
used to actually watch soap operas because I like the way heels sound.
I was not kidding. Oh, I guess you weren't either.
No, I wasn't either.
Okay.
So weird.
All right, we'll cheers.
Well, cheers to that.
Cheers to that, yes.
So it's on with me and my my neighbors.
Yes.
They can go fuck themselves or they could die. I don't care which happens first.
Please keep us updated.
Yeah, I will.
An asshole and fat bitch.
Oh, I will. Yeah. And it's funny, too, because I actually, when they were yelling, I was going to go downstairs and, like, knock on the door and be like, actually, guys, like, I could hear you. I could hear every conversation you have. Your name is George, and as far as I'm concerned, your name is Fat Bitch because he never calls you anything else. 2 cats, not 1. Sorry, I pay for both.
This is going to be tough.
Yeah.
This is going to,
Did you ever see the movie with Zac Efron? No, it's not Zac Efron.
And Seth Rogen.
Yeah. Neighbors.
That's
Yeah. It's like Little Franco. Yeah, it's going to be like that.
Is it now?
Yeah.
So, did it end well for them? I didn't finish the movie.
No, it didn't. They got, like, the police called on their fraternity house and the whole thing. Spoilers, blah, blah, blah. My father actually suggested every now and again when they're, like, fighting and he's yelling at her, my father said that I should call the police and say, like, I don't know what's going on downstairs. I'm afraid of domestic violence. He keeps, like, slamming things.
You know cops love domestic disputes.
Yeah, so that's going to happen probably a few times. So big F you to Fat Bitch and Asshole. It's on like Donkey Kong.
All right. Well, I'm sorry you're going through this. I had a feeling that, when you could hear them this loud, they're not pleasant people, obviously.
Oh, obviously not.
But when, how long have you been there? A couple months now?
Yeah, 3 months now. So. Yeah. Well, and it's funny, too, because my coworker, she was just like, well, what did they say the day, like, what was it like when you first met them, when you were moving in? I was like, they didn't introduce themselves. And she's like, so you were schlepping up and down the steps and they didn't say anything? And I said, actually, yes, they did say something. The guy was yelling about the assholes that were being loud on the steps. I have to be called an asshole every day. So that's like another thing I want to complain about because...
Wait, you were talking about you.
Yeah, talking about me. Because, like, God forbid I ever had people over my house. It looks really bad. He's calling my boyfriend a son of a bitch and me an asshole.
Right.
you know, obviously I can't be a bitch because his wife's already a bitch.
Apartment living, man.
Man,
Apartment
I'm like
living.
fired up though. This is like
I like it when you're
awakened.
fired
This
up.
is like awakened this competitiveness in
when you're
me.
fired up.
Like, you know what? I almost want to go over after we're done and like
Just
just
kick those assholes out.
just kick them out. Just
like,
like,
yo, Monday
fucking
nights
fuck
are ours,
shit up.
man.
Hell
Yeah.
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 So end of rant.
End of rant.
I think that's all I'm
And
mad
for
about.
any Tell 'em Steve Dave fans listening right now, they are recording an episode. I don't know if their last one even went up yet though. So.
I think so. They were talking about it.
It's funny. If you listen to some of the past episodes, maybe if you go back about 5 episodes, Brian's calling me out for my Instagram account and how I post too many photos and how I'm vain and how I love myself. Guess he just started his own Instagram account and is posting photos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can follow Brian Johnson at Tell 'em Ants on Instagram. He needs followers. He needs a lot of things. Followers is one. I'm just saying I'm not, they always make fun of me when I'm ahead of the curve, though.
Well, what's funny is you're not taking selfies anymore.
Well, that was my Lenten promise.
Yes. That you broke on day one.
I fell off the wagon, yeah, but I'm back
Day
on now.
one.
I'm back
At like
on now.
9 a.m.
Have you seen a selfie since then? No.
No, I haven't. I've been like scouring. I almost want to go through your phone though, because I feel like you're
Can't
taking
go through
them.
my phone.
I feel like you're taking them and just not posting them. Like you're just like, oh, Ming Chen selfie. Oh,
If you don't,
I'm sexy and
If
Asian.
you don't know about it, did it happen?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
I'll get your fucking phone. I'll figure out a way.
You don't need to look through my. You don't need to look through my phone. I just as I don't need to look through your phone. I don't want to see that.
You're just gonna see a bunch of pictures of my cats.
Yes, much like your Instagram account.
Yeah, somebody told me the other
Hey.
day I need to start a blog about my cats, and I couldn't tell if they
Oh,
were being
God.
snarky or serious.
No, I think
It was
they're being
like
serious.
it was the ant antagonist, I think, and he was just like, "You need to start a blog for your cats." And I'm like, "Is that you saying you don't want to see it on Twitter, or are you thinking like I need to actually start a blog for my cats? Because I'm not there yet."
The sarcasm is hard to translate.
Yeah, I was just like,
Twitter.
well, and because he's like an ant, I was just like, I don't know if you're being bitchy or if you're being normal or. 2 thumbs way up though.
Yes.
Love my cats.
Yes. Real quick, our friend at Hyper/Canadian00 says, "Please don't spoil The Walking Dead. I didn't catch last night's episode."
We will tell you when we're going to talk about it, and you could just like click off.
All right. Well, I don't like spoiling anything. I'll talk very generally.
Yeah, we'll
we talk
talk
about
genuinely, but generally.
Yes. So, but speaking of The Walking Dead, with your neighbors, it's quote unquote all-out war,
Yes.
which is the name of one of these storylines in The Walking Dead.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, which you'll be seeing. I imagine season 6 will be the all-out war storyline. Yes.
No shit.
Yeah.
It was funny too. Well, we'll talk about The Walking Dead later. I was going to bring up something about it right now, but we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
So.
All right. I just got an email from the head of AMC. Happy with our ratings this week. Happy with our
Nice.
ratings.
Is that the first time he said it this season? That's not good.
Him directly to, well, he sent it to Kevin. Kevin sends it to us.
Yeah.
Is it the first time? It may have been, yeah. I mean, I'm sure.
Have the ratings been like consistent,
Been
or
good,
was
yeah.
this week
Yeah,
like
a million? But we've been averaging about 1 million viewers a week,
okay?
which is good for any. Which is pretty good for any show, but for a show airing at midnight, first run.
I was
at
gonna say
midnight-
like Lost used to get like 10 million
Well,
people.
hold on. Cable TV.
Just saying.
1 million is
Just
very,
saying.
very good. Do it. Just put it in context. Impractical Jokers gets about 1 million viewers. They're doing great. I'm trying to remember other things. Like the other thing. The thing we can't beat right now is the Kardashian shows. They're getting like 2.5, 3 million.
Yeah, people love them, and it's funny too because I guess Kelly Osbourne said that she's going to be leaving Fashion Police.
She left.
Yeah, and it's not shocking to me because Kathy Griffin
Yes.
sucks. She's not funny. The show sucks without Joan Rivers. They should just cancel it.
Okay.
Or actually, Juliana has like really taken it up a notch. She's like insulting people, calling them potheads, and she's like going wild on the show.
I
So.
had an insult anymore. Like we're basically legal now.
Well, yeah, it's true. But whoever she said it about got super insulted and like she had to apologize. But it was like
Was it
hysterical.
Kevin?
No, it was this woman at the Oscars. I don't know. So, she apparently does a lot of stuff, but I had no idea who she
Okay.
was. She said that her dreads look like Rastafarian like weed dreads, basically.
Yeah.
Or I guess like Kelly said, like I wonder if they like smell weird or something, like and she said yeah, like maybe weed. And I guess the girl got like super insulted. But like Kathy Griffin like never says anything insulting because she plays it too safe. So I figured Kelly was.
She used to be the wild card.
Yeah, and I figured Kelly was gonna leave because there was just an off dynamic.
Yes.
So somebody said that Khloe Kardashian should fill in. And it's funny too because when she was on the red carpet, I fucking hate Khloe. Her face is like really terrible to look at. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, she actually was really good at it because she's like heartless. She's like Joan Rivers. She insults everybody.
She didn't hold back, Khloe?
Yeah, like she like insults everybody. So it's actually I feel like she'd be a good dynamic on that show.
Wow.
But they like pretty much own E, so.
They do. So they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Breaking news, Sam Quintus from Debbie Chen, my wife.
Yes.
If Sam looks through your phone, I'll look with her. What fun we'd have.
Yes.
That could be a whole podcast.
Dude, one day I want Debbie to like tie you up.
Okay.
Like for you to come home and for her to be like, I'm gonna tie you up with like bungee cords and get all like sexy
Cable
about
ties.
it. Yeah, like get all sexy about what was that like one like the garland? You tied a girl up with garland from the
No, it was twine.
Twine, that's what it was.
Twine.
I remember Sunday Jeffy said it. He was like, I tied a girl up with twine.
Oh yeah.
It was just so serial killer ass.
Like,
but so I want her to like tie you up all sexy like, and then take your phone and give you like a punch across the face for every picture that's in there of you with another woman.
I would be like
you'd be dead like 10 photos in.
Be a pulp. Is it my fault I have a lot of female friends?
Do you try and have male friends?
Yes, I have plenty of male
friends. I have a question.
Yes, ask away, my friend.
Now, obviously the other day, when we went to Rook, we ran into our yoga instructor, Christian.
Yes.
Now, you didn't take a selfie with Christian.
No.
Now, say that I hadn't gone there with you. Say you ran into me and Christian together.
Right.
Would you have taken a selfie with me?
Yeah, probably.
So what's the difference between taking a selfie with me and taking a selfie with a man?
You just answered your own question.
Exactly.
You just answered. I have plenty of selfies with other dudes. Not as much, sure, but. So you're saying I'm doing it just to make myself look better?
No, I'm saying that you are like unconsciously drawn to the female form, and your wife needs to slap you across the face.
Most guys unconsciously drawn to the female form?
It smells so good in here. Yeah, but no, your wife needs to like tie you up.
Okay.
You're gonna think you're getting some, and then just like beat the shit out of you. Yeah, like it's gonna be great and videotape the entire thing for us.
All right, Debbie Chen chiming in. Yes, it's your fault. You have so many female friends. It's not my fault.
It is your fault. Happens. You don't try and have male friends.
I do. I have plenty of male friends.
I bet I could randomly access your phone and like pick 10 random pictures, and they're all gonna be women.
I got some dudes in there. But I'm not giving you my phone, but, you know.
I'll figure out a way to get it.
Michael Gaines, new game show. Look through your phone. We'll get drunk and share phones. I don't even want to look through your phone.
My phone?
Yes.
No, my new one's pretty nice. I don't have anything, like, incriminating on here.
You've got naked pictures of yourself.
That was my old phone. Oh,
they're not on there anymore?
No. When I got a new phone, like, it all went with the old one. I mean, I still have the old one. But,
Ooh,
you know what it is? Like, the other day I realized, like, I was showing somebody something at work. Like, I was showing them my cat.
Okay.
And they scroll through. I noticed that's, like, a new thing. People will scroll through your pictures themselves. So, like, if I'm going to be at work and somebody's going to be, like, scrolling through to see my adorable cats and then, like, bam, vagina.
Bam.
You know.
You take... like any vagina or just your
like
vagina?
Mine. It's going to be awkward. It's going to be, like, a weird conversation. Or, like, bam, sex video.
Well, that would be a conversation starter.
Not one that I want to have with my boss.
No.
Or you.
No.
But we're having it somehow.
No, I mean, not you, but, like, I don't want to have that conversation with you.
Okay.
It would be awkward. I'm not, like, saying you.
So that's why I'm not keeping... I'm trying to be an adult. So I'm not keeping any naked... I'm not keeping any nudes on my phone anymore.
Naked photos and sex videos are very beautiful.
They're gorgeous.
Well lit. You know, you have a good eye for these things. You're a photographer.
I'm great with lighting.
I know you are. I'm just saying. I don't need to... As friends... I don't need to see that.
I'm just saying. I don't want you to see them.
Okay. All right.
But I am going to go through your phone one day.
There's nothing. There's nothing that everyone move along. There's nothing to see here.
See, you're getting like nervous. You got that like
I'm
nervous
not getting
perspiration on your forehead.
There's
You're trying to
no
change the
nervous.
subject.
There is no nervous.
I see sweat.
I'm not. I'm sweating because I'm drinking bourbon.
Bourbon makes you sweat.
Yes, it does. Bourbon makes me sweat.
Mm.
Yes, bourbon makes me sweat. So, all right. So, wait. We're done with the war. We're not looking through my phone, and we're drinking for Leonard and Nimoy right now. So.
We are drinking for
Yes,
Leonard
here.
Nimoy.
Cheers. Cheers.
I was like really bummed when I heard that. I mean, I
Cheers
what,
to Mr. Spock.
I wasn't a Trekkie. Like I really, I'm not a huge fan of it. I mean, I've watched the new movies. That's about it.
Okay. Which new movie? The J.J. Abrams one.
Yeah, the J.J. Abrams, which he was. Yeah, he was in them. So I mean, I've seen him in that. I've obviously seen him in his work.
Yes.
I was never like a huge fan, but it was one of those things that even when you're not a huge fan of him, you still respect him.
Yes.
Because he defined not only an I wouldn't even say he defined an era. I would say that he defined a lifestyle. Because if you're gonna be like a Trekkie,
Yes.
like he's your like Messiah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he's Spock.
I mean, that character is so, well, I mean, it's so him.
Yeah.
It's so unique. Like, so, for that time. You know, I mean, all right. William Shatner, over the top.
Yeah, no, William Shatner, over the top, overacted it completely.
Yeah.
Hokey. He played like a campy
He
character.
did.
Spock.
It was the 60s.
Well,
know,
yeah.
That's how
but
it was.
but
60s were all
Spock was never that way.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, Kirk,
Okay.
as a character,
Okay.
is kind of over the top and campy.
Okay.
Whereas Spock
Right. I mean, that's
is,
just how their characters
yeah,
are,
I mean,
so.
you know, so I don't necessarily think I would get on William Shatner about the way he played him.
I would, but that's.
I mean, I would, but like
different-
he
that's a
did
different
play a
story.
character. He took it dramatic, but Kirk is kind of like a dramatic kind of guy.
Yes. He did, but still, favorite character. Spock, McCoy, and then Captain Kirk. For
Oh,
me,
yeah.
For me.
No, I would agree with
Oh
that.
well, you got the Sulu. You got Sulu before Captain Kirk. George Takei is awesome.
Yeah,
Let's
I will say, I'm a huge Anton Yelchin fan.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I really just like what he did.
Okay. Why are you a big Anton Yelchin fan?
I don't know. I find him like kind of adorably attractive.
Really?
Yeah, I really liked him in Alpha Dog too.
It's like the accent or something? Or?
Yeah, I think it. The
Okay.
Victor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. But Wrath of Khan, end of Wrath of Khan. When he's dying,
Yeah.
he's messing with the core and he saved the ship.
Yeah.
And it's like we'll always be friends. I don't have the exact quote.
Yeah.
And they're pressing against the glass. Oh, and they shoot his casket out into space. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I don't know what your thoughts on the third Star Trek. I don't even know if you remember the third Star Trek. The search for Spock.
Yeah. No, I don't even remember it. I don't.
But I think when he came back for the Abrams movie, I thought that was awesome. Like the old Spock and
It
Spock
was funny
meeting.
too because I try not to really watch trailers much. I don't look into to cast lists too much. I've ruined movies for myself that way in the past, so I try and like reel myself back a little bit.
You don't need to live on IMDb.
Yeah, I mean, like I really. I try not to, especially because there are things on IMDb that could be misleading, So I
like everything they post, basically.
exactly. So I try not to really dwell too much on IMDb. I don't watch trailers because I hate to look forward to something. Like I didn't want to watch the Age of Ultron trailer because now, like, ever since I watched it, obviously I'm like looking forward to the movie.
So the trailer did it, as is the job of a trailer.
Exactly. So I try not to watch them because I don't like looking forward to things. I like to live more in the now than wait for what's coming. Like I try not to look forward to
In
movies.
this day and age,
It's
impossible.
tough.
Impossible.
So when I went to see the J.J. Abrams Star Trek, the fact that he was in it was a shock to me, and I don't know if that was something that people knew going into it because I don't look up those things. So when he popped up on screen, I was like so floored by it. Like I think I actually like physically shot back in my seat.
And you gasped.
I was
Wow. Okay, that's quite a reaction.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe it was just like, oh man.
Oh my God.
maybe it was like, that's cool. That's cool. You know.
So Kirk, Spock, one of the greatest friendships portrayed on screen.
Yes.
I say.
Frenemies.
What do you mean? No, I think
Because they had like, I mean, they disagreed on things.
They did. Spock was more logical, emotionless.
And Kirk is more like irrational and like, you know, instead of thinking about how I'm going to do something, I'm just going to fucking do it and hope it turns out right. And I'm going to rely on Spock to get me out of it.
I'm going to have sex with this green alien chick, and, you know, if I catch something, well, so be it. And, you know, Spock was like, that's illogical, Captain. That's, you don't want, like...
Of all the things that you could say, that's where you go with this.
You don't want herpes from Uranus, so yes. All right, so what do you think of this? Leonard Nimoy died, buried in L.A. William Shatner not at the funeral. Not at the funeral. He was... Now, hold on. Before you scoff, he was committed to doing he was at a Red Cross charity ball. He was committed to it, decided to attend that instead. Missed the funeral. What are your thoughts on this? So, I thought it was funny in the New York Post, I believe. The headline said it was a picture of Shatner walking, like getting back at the airport after the funeral. Headline was Captain Jerk, which I thought was funny.
I think it's funny. I also think that people that are friends because of movies, they become friends like that and withstand friendships because that they show each other love when they need to. Or when one dies in, you know, very different ways. The only thing I can really compare it to is when Harold Ramis died and Bill Murray, you know, had no comment and, you know, had nothing to say and wasn't there. And everyone was, you know, despite the fact that they had this big falling out, you know, didn't understand how Bill Murray wouldn't be there, wouldn't overlook this huge falling out. And when he announced at the Academy Awards for Best Actor, he threw in, you know, and Harold Ramis.
Yeah.
That was, like, the most touching thing to me. Like, that to me was better than him showing up and faking it for cameras at a funeral.
Right.
I feel like people show people have hardships. You know, some grudges, some friendships, some things, some time. It's too much to overcome. You know, some obligations are bigger than others.
Right.
You know, for him to maybe have said no to this Red Cross thing, you know, it was a charity event. Maybe he would have been letting somebody down. And maybe he understood that Leonard Nimoy would understand. Maybe he's a huge asshole and he made a choice because he wanted to be in the public eye instead of at a funeral. I mean, we don't know what he was thinking. I'd like to think the best of it.
Okay, I'm going to lean toward the latter where he's like, he just didn't want to go. I'm going to lean toward that.
I think that was probably the nicest thing I ever said about William Shatner.
Yeah, probably.
I think I really gave him a solid.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge William Shatner fan.
I mean,
I did read a book called Shatner Quake that I think he wrote.
Shatner Quake, and what was it about?
He
shook the world?
I don't remember. Like, he had to save the world, and it was all his characters that he's ever played.
Like what, like T.J. Hooker?
Yeah, T.J. Hooker, Captain Kirk, they all came back as, like, reincarnations of him. I don't know. It was fucking weird. It came out of William Shatner's brain. Like, he wrote it.
Pompous? Can I use that word?
It was really short. I think it was only like 100 pages. It was more like a pamphlet on why he was awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I met him briefly. He had a table next to us at the Niagara Falls Comic-Con a year ago. And I mean, my interpretation, you know, I can't speak for him. He just looked like he didn't want to be there. But
well, you know, he's busy doing those Priceline Negotiator.
Right. Well, you know why he was there? Because he's getting $80 an autograph.
And people will
God
pay
bless
it.
him. Yeah, he had a long line.
Yeah, people will
Didn't
pay
look
that.
like he wanted to be there. And, you know, he had to, like, kind of squeeze by us to get to his table. And it was kind of like, get out of the way, peon. Like, who are you guys? Comic book men.
Comic book men.
Comic book men.
I don't know. I'd like to think I don't know. I'd like to think the best in people. Like I said, I was one of those people who was like super hurt when Bill Murray like didn't show up, and then I was super floored when he did.
So he made up for it.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, Bill Murray's like hit or miss. Like sometimes I think Bill Murray's probably the nicest guy in the world, and sometimes I think he's probably a fucking
Crotchety?
douchebag.
Sure.
Yeah, like he's like a crotchety old man. Like, I've tried to win an Oscar with Wes Anderson so many times.
Right, but other hand, it's like, I'm going to crash this wedding. I'm going to, you know, jump in these people's wedding engagement photos and cool stuff like that. I'm going to go party with, wasn't he like jumping into frat parties or something?
Apparently, like he jumped in a frat party and then like, I don't know, he like jumped behind the bar and started giving out free shots. I have no idea. It's Bill Murray, you know.
Bill Murray does what Bill Murray wants.
Exactly.
Well, I'm here to tell you, you know, back when Shatner was, you know, kind of shoving us aside, like you guys are dirt, comic book men. Who the hell are you? You know, back, you know, say a year ago, you know, I may have agreed with him. Like, you know, okay, we're not Star Trek. We don't have that pedigree. Maybe we don't have as many episodes as you, you know. Well, my tone has changed, my friend. Comic Book Men aired its 50th episode last Sunday.
I watched it.
50? Did you watch it?
No.
Why'd you say you watched it then?
I don't know. I was really going to play along.
Why didn't you watch?
But then because it's late at night and I have them all DVR'd and I just haven't watched them yet.
What were you doing this morning that you had to get to bed so early?
I was watching the cats to make sure they weren't loud for my neighbors.
Can you watch the cats and watch Comic Book Man at the same time?
The cats don't like Comic Book Man.
What do they do when it's on?
They run in the opposite direction.
Okay.
And bang their head against the wall.
All right. Well, we've hit our 50th episode.
How does it feel to be 50?
It's crazy. Like
Oh, shit.
You know, you don't think you're gonna get this. You don't get this far. Star Trek, if you remember, 3 seasons. Now, granted, I think they have 3 seasons of like 23 episodes, or maybe 26. So,
side note.
Yes.
Hyper Canadian.
Okay.
So don't forget to mention that Leonard Nimoy was in Simpsons. I don't watch The Simpsons. I don't like it.
You don't like The Simpsons?
Nope.
What am I doing?
Simpsons, Saturday Night Live. I just can't get behind them.
What are you doing here? I really like you or something like that. That's grounds for
Divorce.
Well, it would be.
Yeah.
If we were married, but.
But I really one year anniversary. I knew like on the air. Better or like podcast. I know the waiter. Colin. Not Carl. And JT. Look like Justin Timberlake.
Take a close look at it.
I'll take a picture and I'll post it. It's looking like Justin Timberlake.
I disagree. He's not only an excellent bartender, he loves the game of hockey, and he's got a pretty good radio voice.
He does, which he told us about.
Yes, we've already joined us here. We have
Yeah, whenever he walks by, I'll flag him over and I'll get a good picture of him so everyone can see how fucking crazy you are.
Yes, but hats off to not us, but Comic Book Man in general for hitting 50 episodes. Hats off to AMC and our production company, Original Media, who puts up with us year after year. And of course, thank you to Mr. Kevin Smith, who made it all happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't look so impressed, though. I tell you
I
what,
am.
50 episodes.
No, 50 episodes is big.
Like,
50 episodes is big. It's I think somebody commented on that post you put and said 50 more and you're in syndication.
I don't know if that's true.
I was like, but like to me it was just like, yeah, because it's so easy to do that. Like it's so easy. Like, oh yeah, just 50 more.
Yeah, no biggie.
No biggie.
No biggie. So we usually have 16 episode seasons, so we're going to need another 4 after this. I just want another 1.
Just another 1?
I just want another 1.
Oh, don't even. You want more than 1.
Of course I want more than that,
yeah.
but I mean, hey, we take it year by year. Like I said.
Do you think you're going to get it?
I mean, the ratings look good. People seem to dig it. What encourages me is like I'll just be at like a random place and be like, oh my god, like I love your show. So, you know, who are you waving over?
Colin.
Oh, Colin. Okay.
No.
Colin. You know, just like the random places I'm getting stopped, and people, you know, and it's just, you know, if you're, you know, at the grocery store, at the gas station, or the airport, and people stop you, it's like, oh my god, I love the show. That's very encouraging.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think.
What is 50 episodes?
Yes.
Which one's your favorite?
My favorite is a tie between the episode where we meet Stan Lee, for sure, because that's just That was just like awesome. The guy who,
It was just awesome.
well, I mean, without him, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here.
It's true.
We wouldn't be podcasting. I wouldn't be at the stash. I wouldn't be working with Kevin. Like how much better he's made my life. How much better he's made everybody's life. Just incredible. And he's a cool guy to boot.
Yeah.
It's
nice when you know, like, obviously you work for him, but you don't really work for him.
What do you mean, Stan Lee?
No, I was
Kevin?
talking about Kevin.
I do work for him.
No, I know you work for him, but, like, you don't really work for him. Like, you do, but, like, you're all friends. You're all, like, chums.
He still signs my paycheck.
No, I know he still signs your paychecks,
Okay.
but what I'm saying is, like, when you're with him,
Yes.
does it feel like you're with your boss, or does it feel like you're with somebody you've known your whole life?
Depends on what's going on.
Okay.
If I'm running a show or setting up a podcast for him, or I would say more times than not, it's more of a boss capacity.
Really?
Sure.
I can't even imagine that.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's absolutely.
I would just imagine, like, as much as he is your boss.
If we're doing comic money, yeah, of course. No, he's my boss. For sure.
Yeah, I know he's your boss, but, like, I don't know. You're just, like,
For sure. Oh no,
you're,
it's
like,
totally like
lifelong friends, too.
that. No, I've known. I mean, I've known for 20 years, but he's known Walt and Brian for 40. So
Yeah.
it's we're not. No, I just say it's more of a boss capacity than not. Sure. Which is that's how it's always been though. I mean, it's not like it's like a shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun though. Who wouldn't want to work? But
Well, yeah, it's, like, when you're working with your friends.
who wouldn't want to work with this?
Is it, like, is it working or is it?
Oh, it's definitely with him. It's definitely work.
Well, no, I'm saying, like, but when you're working with
But
your
it's fun
friends,
work,
that's what I'm saying. It's like a fun work as opposed to, like, the grueling kind of work that the rest of us have to deal with.
Sure. That all.
Like when I go into work, like, as much as I love my boss, she's a great person. Like, she's my boss. I know nothing about her personally. I mean, I know stuff about her personally,
Yeah.
but
Granted, we're not raking in with this. Would you consider this work?
yeah, I view you as my boss.
No, not like that. But like, it's like, oh man, I gotta like. It's not. I 'cause I always get on Brian. Like he calls it work. I think
What,
it's not- yeah, I
podcasting?
think he considers it work.
What an asshole.
Dumpster Dave. Like I think one of the funniest things I heard was he was leaving. I've told this before. He was leaving the house, and his girlfriend Suzanne like tweeted. It was like, oh, I said bye before he went off to work today. And I was like, really? Like, come on, get out of here, dude.
Yeah, work.
Get out of here, work. Work.
Stealing our time spot.
Yes. Well, hey. Whatever.
I love the way you have Comic Book Men hits 50 episodes. Cheers to that with beer. Well, we don't have any.
No, cheers to freaking
with,
Angels
yeah,
and
exactly.
Bourbon, my friend.
We don't have any
Cheers.
beer here.
No, we got even. Bourbon better than beer.
Yeah.
Angels Envy bourbon better than any other bourbon out there, except for say Pappy Van Winkle Family Reserve 15 year, but
You and your bourbon.
which I would have bought you a shot, but they ran out of it. It's $75 for a 2-ounce pour. They're all out. They're all.
Oh,
out.
I bet you asked that.
If they were all out, no, I was here the other night. He told me they're all out. I'm here a lot.
Apparently, so am I.
Why
I
do you
walked.
say that?
Well, I walked in and I was waiting
like
for.
sound?
Well, I walked in. I was waiting for Joe. He came downstairs, and Colin,
Okay.
the one waiter I know here.
Yes.
He walks over and he goes, I haven't seen you in so long. You were coming in pretty frequently for a while there. And I was like, I came in twice in one day.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you were here like 3 or 4 times a week. And I was like, I don't know who my doppelganger is walking around drinking bourbon,
Yes.
but I came here twice in one day. That's about the most I've been here.
Okay.
You
So
know.
this is literally your 3rd visit, but
Yeah.
they love you already.
Yeah, well, fuck yeah.
All right, cheers to Gotham.
Cheers.
So all right, so I have a question for you.
I have an answer.
Going to Dallas in a week and a half, Walker Stalker Con Dallas. It's all 3 of us. This time.
I was to say you're going with your baggage.
My baggage, aka Mike and Brian.
Don't
Yes.
talk badly about Mike.
I'm not talking. I love Mike. Mike is a great.
Your
traveler.
baggage is like Brian and all his issues.
Yes.
Possibly. I mean, you think you're going to have that baggage, but, come time for the plane, you might find yourself luggageless.
What do you mean? Oh, okay. True.
You might find yourself without
I am
him.
leaving a day earlier than they are, so it will be like, did he make it? Oh, too bad. Or, oh, good, he made it.
I don't don't think it's gonna be like an oh too bad.
Yeah.
Won't they be a little pissed like they were last time?
I think it's at the point where they may expect it. You know what I'm saying?
So they expect him not to show up.
It's. I mean, I think it's in the cards where they're like, oh, he didn't show. Like, it's not. Yeah.
Colin, come here.
Yeah.
I need a
I'm
picture
just
of you.
saying.
Ming thinks you look like Justin Timberlake.
Well,
I disagree.
I've heard it said from multiple females who have visited
think that I look like Justin Timberlake.
this fine
You look
establishment.
nothing like Justin Timberlake.
You're on the right page.
Yeah.
No.
I do. Looks like
No,
JT.
you look nothing like
Look at
Justin
Mr.
Timberlake.
Suit and tie over here.
Okay, here, come a little
The
closer.
thing I look to is like fucking.
Make like a sexy face. Make make like another sexy
not a cold
face.
moment. A heat moment, that's a little more fluid.
Okay, well then like smile and do something fun.
Like-
That's actually perfect what you just did. That clueless look. That's pretty good.
Is that JT?
Thank you.
JT.
I disagree with you. I disagree.
Yes.
So we'll pull that too, and we'll tell
No,
you
that's-
what the men of Twitter think of you.
Yes.
What did you sign me up for?
Like you're on Twitter already.
We have a
There you
lot
go,
of
a
male.
little bit,
We have
bit.
a lot of male
A little
followers.
bit. I like it. Cool backdrop, man. You look good, man.
Picture is,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know it's dark and sexy in here, but yeah, man. You look good.
I like you. You're too.
I gotta play some more hockey.
You are like too dark for Justin Timberlake.
I'm way too dark for this one.
Yeah, like
He's
w-
Puerto Rican.
like look at him.
And I'm
He
black,
looks
too. I
like
got black in me also.
he looks like. That reminds me of that scene. You seen the movie Couples Retreat?
No.
You've never seen Couples Retreat?
With John Favreau and. Wow. With Favreau.
Holy
and
shit! Yeah, and they're sitting at the table, and the black chick, I guess, she says something like, she knows what they do with like seafood. She used to date like mad black men from Red Lobster or something, or mad Latinos from like who worked in Red Lobster, mad Mexican men, and. Kristen Bell, she's like, I'm like, 1/16 or 1/3 Latina, and don't make fun of Tularosa's. And it's just reminded me of that. But yeah, no, not Justin Timberlake. He's like darker. He's got that like goatee going.
Downey Jr. and I can't stand
RDJ?
that guy. He's such a dude.
Iron
Oh, I
Man?
hate Iron Man.
Me too.
No, our
That's such a terrible movie.
No, you just look like.
I could actually see it in the face. I really can. You shouldn't take that as like a bad thing though. Like looks wise, if you look like him, that's fine. But like no, I'm gonna have to.
Just be super awesome and douchey and just talk like this to everybody.
Yeah, you'd have to like squint a lot and look like you're confused by everything people say.
yeah.
That wasn't intelligent. So I don't know.
I can't imagine that really working well for you being a waiter though.
Yeah. No, we have a Robert
Here's
Downey.
your tip.
We have a
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. That would be Mike Zapsik.
Yeah, I was to say,
As Iron Man. That's what he
R.C.
thought.
Murphy said, yeah, no. Ming, get some glasses. And Michael Gaines said, nope.
All right. Well, my eyes are squinty, so I can't see all that well.
Justin Timberlake is fair-skinned with curly blonde hair.
Just saying close.
That guy is, like, short.
Okay.
No offense.
He just give you the finger.
She-
Problem with it, but
He give you the finger. That's all right. Don't worry. I'm short too.
He's like short
'Kay.
with like dark hair and like a dark skin color.
Okay.
Justin Timberlake's tall, blonde hair with like curly blonde
okay.
locks and fair skin.
All right. I'm
And like
not-
blue
I'm
eyes.
not taking it back. I'm not ashamed.
There's like he looks like somebody. I just don't know who.
All right. Fair enough.
I'll think about it for a little bit.
Fair enough. So we're going to Dallas.
Dallas,
I'm
yes.
staying out there for a week. Got family in Houston. My long lost cousin, the one who plays hockey and
Yeah.
and is awesome.
Yeah,
But in
and
Dallas,
like is a doctor.
is a doctor. Yes, removes skin cancers for a living. Yeah, she's like literally saving people's lives. That cousin.
Lot to live up to in your family.
For me,
Yeah.
I think I'm doing all right. Maybe I don't measure up, but I'm getting close. Getting close. Hey, man, I'm an award-nominated podcaster. That doesn't measure
It's
up.
true.
So my brother used to live there. He had a before he passed on.
Yes.
His untimely passing. He had a family there. Had a wife, and his wife had 3 kids. They're not blood by him, but they were his kids.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them since he died. And like I was never really close with them. I met them. They came up. I was cool with them. Wasn't really close with them. I'm trying to figure out I should go see them.
Yeah.
somehow. And I should just see if things are cool, right? And
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to approach it though.
Just like send an email to
I
your.
don't think she's on email.
Oh yeah, you said she wasn't from this country.
Right. She's yeah.
There's gotta be a way to reach
there's
her
a
though.
language barrier. So like even when I'm on the phone, like it's hard to understand what she's saying. But
I feel
her
like-
kids, I might go through her kids. Her kids are, you know,
Fluent.
they're with it. I can
Yeah.
text them. I haven't texted them.
I would just like text him
one
and
of
say
one of them's on Snapchat. Should I Snapchat him?
no.
Okay, man. What's up?
Snapchat is weird.
Okay.
It's for like penises.
All right, and we're back.
Ming, can
Yes.
you stop being such a fuck up?
Stop. Stop.
love
Who
you.
set all this up?
I love you.
Who set all this
Okay,
up?
so while you were gone,
Yes.
I have Colin here with
Hey,
us.
hello, Colin.
Not Justin Timberlake. I've narrowed it down. So if we're gonna call him like a boy band guy,
Okay.
I'm thinking between Howie Dorough of the Backstreet Boys or AJ McClain of the Backstreet Boys. And the fact that I'm a Backstreet Boys fan, or was, has nothing to do with anything. But I'm thinking those two. So you look them up and you tell me if you think I'm a little more spot on than your Justin Timberlake assessment.
Okay, show me the picture.
Oh, gee, I gotta do this?
There were so many.
Yeah, now I can't figure out which one we want to go with. Okay,
Okay.
hang on. Okay, so this is like AJ.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, you're more
Okay.
of a. Oh, for sure.
Okay, and
All
this
right,
is
I take it
Howie.
back.
Hold on. Can I get to the second picture, man?
But I will take Justin Timberlake, though.
Oh yeah.
No.
I'll take his budget too.
Hold
for
on. Let me
sure.
try and find like Howie with like a beard,
Okay.
cause that's what we got going on over here.
Yeah.
That is not a picture of him with a beard. That's like terrible.
Excuse me. Blah.
Does everybody know you're stationed in a restaurant?
Yes, they do. They do. Drinking bourbon and podcasting. There's nothing better than this. So you're still looking for more people.
So this is like Howie.
Okay.
Just imagine him like furrier.
Okay, sure. Okay, sure.
Yeah, like
I think AJ's a more. All right, so
yeah, I think like AJ, he's got that like goatee
what's
beard
AJ
thing
up
going.
to right now?
I don't know. He's probably in like celebrity rehab.
Right.
Probably Colin here is doing more with his life.
Might be on the moon with Lance.
I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, you know,
Uh-oh. Back to
yeah,
work.
you gotta go back to work.
Excuse me.
AJ McClain currently is I bet he was checked into like rehab.
Like celebrity rehab? Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, McClain suffered. First thing in personal life, McClain suffered from a drug and alcohol addiction. He went to rehab in 2001 and again in 2002.
Okay.
Following an intervention by his bandmates.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that much fame and fortune. I understand.
That's true.
I understand. I mean, hey, even one of us, the comic book one, we went to rehab and lived to tell about it. So,
Fair enough.
who's next though?
You.
For
Women.
sex addiction?
Yep.
But that's a baller addiction though. That's
It's
like
still an addiction, and your wife should slap you for that comment. I
No,
should
hold
slap
on.
you for your
Hold
wife.
on, hold on. When you heard that Duchovny went to rehab for a sex addiction, what did you think?
Who would want to have sex with him?
Okay, but beyond that, didn't okay, when I heard it, I was like, "Whoa, man, that's kind of cool." Like he's the man.
It's like sex addiction, though. Like, that's embarrassing
man.
to go to rehab for.
No, it's
like,
not.
Like, okay, when you're
You-
like a
do you think
junkie,
he
you're
was-
like trying to get your fix. You're like itching for your fix. So
Right.
what is he, like, dry humping walls?
I don't know, but like, you didn't think that was cool?
No, I thought, like, who the fuck wants to be fucking him? He's like
Oh,
so washed up.
He's not washed up.
Yeah,
He's
he
freaking
is.
7th season of Californication.
Yeah, and that show is.
X-Files is coming back.
Yeah, I
Come
saw
on.
that.
Yeah, come on. I mean, just based on those two, he's fine. I'm just saying. So, what were we talking about? So, yeah. So I should go see my brother's family, right? I don't know. It's awkward.
Yeah, no, you should definitely like call them. Don't send a dick pic. That's weird.
Not. I
That's
wish someone
super
would.
tight on my head.
I wish somebody would come with me, that could speak Spanish, could translate.
I can rob a bank in Spanish.
Okay, that's not gonna help me. First of all,
Well, I mean, it'll help you if you run out of cash.
if this con goes like I hope it goes, hopefully I'll I'll have a little spending money.
Bye.
But
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Joe.
much. Thank you, Joe.
Apparently we got bumped.
Oh, all right. Well, we're still recording.
Netheads is playing.
Oh, well, he'll put us back in. He'll put us back in.
Text him.
I am.
I would text him or I would tweet at him, but he doesn't communicate with me.
Oh, all right. Do you have? I should give you Will's number. You can bug him.
Last time you gave me somebody's number, I sent them a picture of a obese girl with a black cat tattoo and said, "I found your number on the stall of a bathroom. Hey, they're sexy, looking for a good time."
Is it Brian Johnson?
No, it was Brian Quinn.
Oh, you said yeah.
Yeah, he never responded. He never responded though.
You have Q's number?
You gave it to me. Remember we were at Kane Brewing?
Oh yeah.
We were at Kane
Why
Brewing,
did I give
and
it
we were
to you?
talking about Brian Quinn, and we said, let's fuck around with Brian Quinn tonight.
Oh, okay.
And you gave me his number, and I texted him because it was a number that he didn't know. And I said, like, I sent him some, really awkward obese woman.
All right, don't feel bad because you heard the whole story, right? He was tweeting with somebody, and accidentally tweeted his number, and then he had to change it.
Oh, okay.
And
so
right
it's
after he
probably not the same
changed it,
number.
one of the other jokers tweeted that number, and they changed it again, and the other joker tweeted that number.
Oh my
So they had
god.
to get it changed again. But he had like 8,000 texts and like 4,000 voicemails.
It's about to get loud in here.
That's
Okay.
fine.
She's gonna very loudly, obnoxiously sing happy birthday 'cause she wants her.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's great.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh, that's
fine.
awesome. We would love that.
Tell them
Oh, yeah.
that you used to be a Backstreet Boy.
Yes.
He was talking about how he's like a singer and he could like, put his voice in like rhythm. So maybe he was a Backstreet Boy.
Yeah, maybe. So, all right. Well, I'll let you know how it goes. I'm gonna set up a dinner or something. We'll meet for something, and we'll see how my brother's family.
Oh, your brother's family. I'm
Yes.
sorry. I couldn't tell if we were talking about the Backstreet Boys, our waiter, or Brian Quinn. I'm
Okay,
like,
I'm sorry,
I
I
actually
wasn't
don't want to
more,
have dinner with Brian Quinn though.
All right. I just had to make sure. I just had to make sure. So, did you see? Let's talk about. Can we talk a little hockey?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see this whole like Jordan Leopold trade to the Minnesota Wild?
I didn't. I really focused today on. I was hanging out with Alex all day, so the Zuccarello getting 4 years, which I mean, as much as I hate the Rangers,
Yes.
like dude deserved that like so bad. He was playing at league minimum,
Yeah.
and he was like carrying that fucking team in playoffs.
was.
So good for him. Good for Zooks.
Yes.
I'm happy
So
about
today
that.
the NHL trade deadline, and I see this news story. Jordan Leopold, defenseman for the Columbus Blue Jackets, formerly of the St. Louis Blues. I looked up his stats. Nothing to write home about, but decent defenseman. Although I think this year he's like -7, either 7 or 17. So
Yeah.
that's not so great. So trade deadline is coming up, and I see this story, and Jordan Leopold's daughter, who was also named Jordan but with a different spelling.
Yes, I briefly heard this. They were talking about it because then they started talking about Michael Jordan, naming all his kids Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
and yeah.
She wrote a letter. I think she's like 9, maybe 10.
Yeah.
Something very young. Wrote a letter to the Minnesota Wild front office, which says, which reads as this: "Dear Minnesota Wild coaches, my name is Jordan Leopold."
Wait.
Okay,
Can we
hold on.
sing?
Yes. You want to sing Happy Birthday?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do want to sing
Okay.
Happy Birthday. I want to take this mic a little bit away from my face.
Okay. Well,
Day to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
All right.
Okay.
We did our duty.
Yeah, we did our duty.
So the letter is as this, and she hand wrote it in pencil on a piece of notebook paper,
Yeah.
which says, "Dear Minnesota Wild coaches, my name is Jordan Leopold. My dad is Jordan Leopold, one of the Columbus Blue Jackets, defenseman."
I like the way she specified that as if they wouldn't know.
Yeah, well, she's just making clear.
It's true.
making it
It's
clear.
true. There's probably a lot of Jordan Leopolds in the world. Clearly, there's 2 in one house.
Yes. Well, my dad is very lonely without his family. We are living in Minnesota right now, and I am lost without my dad, and so is my mom, my 2 sisters, and my brother. My dad is on a team with young guys and is very lonely and is not playing because the Jackets got him because they needed a D-man. It has been since November, and we cannot take it anymore. Well, to get to the point, the Wild have not been winning games, and you lovely coaches are most likely mad about that, but your team needs some more D-men, so can you please ask the Jackets if you guys can have him. Thanks, love, Jordan Leopold. And you know what the Wild did? They signed him. They traded for him. They traded for him based on this letter. So
Completely based on the letter.
it had to be because if you look at his stats, they're not that good.
Why would
They're
they?
not that good.
We'll get Colin back over here,
Okay.
see what he feels about the trade.
Okay.
Although now he has tables, and
Yes.
we're just taking him away from his job.
Yes.
It's
do you think?
cute.
Oh, it's heart. It's
It's
like, that's same
real heartwarming.
and
I think the
heartbreaking.
Minnesota Wild need to stop making decisions like the New Jersey Devils and get a fucking spine.
Okay.
You're
So
not
you
winning
are-
games. You're not winning games. You don't sign a guy that's negative. You don't sign a guy that's negative. You don't keep people just because they're loyal.
All right, so you are not applauding this.
Colin,
decision.
come here. What do you feel about this Jordan Leopold thing?
Yes, have you heard about this?
Jordan Leopold?
Yes, on the Minnesota Wild.
Trade?
Yes.
I think Jordan
Based on
Leopold,
a letter that his young daughter wrote about how much the family missed him in Minnesota and how they should trade for him. Yes. There's a letter right here. His daughter wrote
Who makes
this.
trades like this?
Yes.
This is the way the Devils make
people.
decisions.
Good people make
No, not good people. Yeah, good people make decisions like this, not people who win games. This is why the Devils kept Brodeur because, we love
They didn't
him and
keep
he's been
him. They let
playing.
him go.
Yeah, well, eventually they did. They kept him how many seasons longer than he needed to be there? He sucked from like 3 years ago.
He didn't suck from 3 years ago. They went
Oh,
to the Stanley
fuck
Cup
it.
Finals.
How long was he on the Devils?
94. So
Devils got there
20.
real
Yeah.
They should
Over
not
20
have
years.
been
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Then he sucked for 15 of
6
them.
games, my friend. Game 6.
Fucking hate him.
Game 6. Adam Henrique.
But
Adam
Jordan
Henrique.
Leopold, though, I
He's-
loved him when he was in his prime.
Yeah,
Great
he's
puck
he's
mover,
not in his
great
prime.
Skater,
Yes.
Good shot blocker. I think he just needs a new foot. This might be it for him.
Yeah.
Could reinvigorate his career. And
So,
hope
I
he
mean,
does.
so he's
I
best-
thought he was going to do well in St. Louis.
Yeah. So he's basically taking up a roster spot right now. You know, they're going to scratch him.
How much money? How much money was this for?
I don't know.
So
Does it
this little
matter?
9-year-old
It's-
girl writes a note, and
Yeah.
these like people who have to make decisions based on money, like real life, sign this guy
Yes.
who probably isn't going to do much for their team.
No.
that's a stupid decision.
What if this like lights his ass on fire and he's like freaking?
Do you want to make a long-term bet?
No, I don't. But I'm just saying, what if?
It's not
Lights his
going
ass
to.
on fire. He's like they.
It's
went
not
through-
going to. If anything,
He
he should have
becomes
been
frickin'
playing better on a different team because he wanted a real reason to go
Right.
home. But now his 9-year-old daughter had to make the call,
Right.
and they signed based on that. So
But
now he's home.
what if
Now he has nothing
He's
to work
home
for.
with his wife and kids. This reinvigorates him.
Why?
He
Because
becomes,
he's getting laid more often?
no, he's just home and it feels good.
But probably that too.
And that too, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
I like. What if he becomes the next? What if he becomes freaking Chara?
He's not gonna become Chara.
Let's just say.
Is he gonna
just-
grow like
Let's
5
just
feet?
no. Let's just say, he's like freaking like he starts. You know, his slap shot's 100 miles an hour now. He's like plus 30 after this. What do you think then?
Then
Everybody wins then.
then cats will be raining from the sky and
Okay.
dogs will be talking because it's not going to happen.
All
And
right.
pigs will be, flying.
All right. I
up
mean,
with
I was on the
airplanes.
other thing. I was like, you can't make decisions like that on a professional hockey.
I
Just-
love that this happened, though.
It is great. It's a great story, though, isn't it?
Oh, you're both bleeding hearts.
It's a great story. I'm not saying it's the right.
You're both
but-
bleeding hearts.
Yeah.
Bleed blue for the Rangers.
We're in this to win games. We're in this for the species,
Okay.
boys and girls.
All right. Okay. Thank you
We're
very
moving.
much, Coach Herb Brooks. Thank you. What team do you play for? United States of America. Yes.
That's not what that's from.
I know. I know.
Starship Troopers.
Oh, right. Okay. War. We're going to war.
We're in
Okay,
this for
yeah.
the species, boys and
All right,
girls.
thank you, Dina Meyer.
Yeah.
Or
This is
Casper
awesome,
Van Dien.
Mike. I really want one of these.
That is a sure 55
Oh yeah, you
SH, my friend.
you guys need to get when you have like singers back here, either like this mic or one of those like
Yeah,
old
yeah.
round ones.
I've heard that a few
Yeah,
times.
yeah, you guys need to do that.
I might have to. Yeah, I might see if I can get you one. Get one.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Oh
maybe
my
get
God.
one over for Gotham.
Joe, I
Sure
don't know what-
microphones.
Joe will have to do something.
We'll take care of it.
What other trade news do you have for us?
That's it.
What the
That's all.
Devils do today?
Nothing.
What do the Devils
Wait.
always do? Nothing.
Well, it's a rebuilding. They're in a rebuilding
They got
mode
some
right now.
picks.
Oh,
got some picks,
suck.
yeah.
They lost it like
Don't
they
don't
never-
humor him.
They traded Yager,
Don't
but they got a
humor
good
him.
for a 43-year-old hockey player. They got a great
You're
return.
never gonna get two decent picks for
Yes.
a 40-something-year-old man.
Exactly.
Ever.
Exactly.
It'll never happen again.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm just saying the Devils
Brewer
suck.
didn't even get the deal.
yeah,
Brodeur sucks.
Bourbon doesn't suck.
Brodeur
he
was
does
past
not.
his prime years ago.
Oh, of course, naturally.
Yeah.
Come on. But
They shouldn't have kept him as long as they did.
he was signed through last year.
And then this
They
guy
kept him
over
through
here,
last
when you
year.
guys got Corey Schneider, oh, now we're going to win the Stanley Cup. We got Corey Schneider. Because, yeah, he's really doing
He
things.
stops every shot, but you guys can't score a goal if you're like.
Well, you know, that's Lou's job to stock them, get the offense going.
Yeah, well.
May I offer another round of Angels?
I am fine.
I'll
I'm
have
not
one.
drinking anymore, but she will have another
Yeah.
one.
You got
I'll
it.
have one.
Yes. Thank you, Colin. Isn't this the greatest?
This is the greatest. Can we pod here every week?
Sure.
Awesome.
Sure.
Perfect.
Well, it's like, tell him, Steven, you can come by anytime.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
come by anytime.
Come on.
Yes. Did you see I got a new I renewed my license today?
You did.
I did not have the
Will Wilkins tweeted at me that he
Yes.
says, I don't communicate. What the fuck is this?
and he texted me. He said, "Give her my digits, my friend." So
Ooh,
yeah, I
this is
know,
getting
sexy,
steamy.
right?
I'm going to send him a
Sexy,
little
right?
winky face. But now that he knows it's coming,
Yes.
I'm going to send him a different face.
Okay. Yeah.
So did you go to Eatontown?
I did.
Are they back open?
They're open. Yes.
Okay,
I didn't-
yeah.
I have the horrible experience. You
Yeah,
did.
no, they weren't. Well, they weren't open when I went.
Oh, okay.
They were like closed for their renovations or
Okay.
something.
right.
Did it look new?
No. Looked like you're run of the mill at
Like, what the
DMV.
fuck? Why did I drive to Haslett?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But yeah, no, it was pretty smooth and straightforward. And I was worried about the picture though.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I let myself go. It was the last time I got the photos 4 years ago, and I've been working out and I haven't been eating as good as maybe I should have. I've been drinking a lot, which is not good for my skin.
Is that why you were gonna not drink tonight? You said there was a reason why you weren't gonna
Oh
drink
no, I'll
tonight.
get to that. I'll get to that.
Okay.
But I was a little self-conscious about the picture, and when I took it, I could see like I have a double chin going on now. Kind of sucks. But when they printed it out, like it's darkened, so you
Yeah.
can't really see it. And I posted side by side. And, like I think I've aged pretty well for 4 years, don't you?
Yeah. There was actually somebody who said that you were aging backwards. You were doing like some weird Benjamin Button
Yeah.
shit.
Well,
Yeah.
that might be because you can't. I mean, if you could you tell which one's the younger one?
Yeah. The newer one was the older one, like the one that didn't look like it'd been in and out of a wallet.
Okay, that's it. Yes.
Yeah.
It was the older one. Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay.
Mine, I mean, obviously you could tell because the last time I took a picture, I had a real pixie haircut. Like it
Right.
was super tiny,
Well, you're
like
also
short.
like way younger than I am. Like when you
Well,
me at
yeah,
4 years.
but I also obviously have long blonde hair now.
Yeah.
But both of mine, I'm making the same face. I'm like glaring at the camera because every time I go to the DMV, it's like a fucking terrible experience. So every time I'm glaring, everybody's comment when they see my license is, "Man, you look really angry," and I'm like, "I was at the DMV. Was I supposed to be happy?"
Right. I'm gonna post the side by side photo.
Here, I'll give you, mine. You could throw mine in there.
Okay. You tweet it. You tweet it. You can tweet
Oh
it.
yeah, I think I actually still have my old one.
Okay.
That's my social security card.
All right.
I might have thrown it out.
I'll post it later. I don't wanna freaking
What is
tweet.
this?
Well, I wish we had somewhere here who could tweet for us.
Got like my Wegmans
We
card.
might need a crew. We're like very bare bones.
a crew.
Yes.
Yeah,
But-
I don't got it. I must have thrown it out. That's
Will
so
Wilkins
weird.
has chimed in. Samantha Quintus.
Oh.
I was scared you guys would discover you like the bar to podcast from. Hashtag I've got a bad feeling about this. Will Wilkins chiming in. Will Wilkins.
Yeah, well, it's not terrible.
Well, I'm just saying, you 4 years ago, like you probably hadn't even hit puberty yet, so.
4
know.
years ago, I was like 26.
Exactly, young,
Yeah.
freaking yeah. I'm just saying, like 26 and when you were in it would be 30. Like that's a, you
Actually, I don't even think it was 4 years because
Did you move and had another?
I moved. So I think it was only like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Because my hair, it was when I worked at Lululemon. That was like,
All
what,
right.
3 years ago?
Yeah. You look like a little kid back then. I'm just saying, I'm not saying you've not aged, but you've become like more womanly. Is what I'm.
Yeah,
what
go
I'm
on.
trying to say.
Keep talking, man. Keep
I'm just-
digging yourself that hole. Just
I'm not digging a hole.
Keep taking it.
I'm just saying you're
Keep taking
more womanly. So last night I went to a local bar / pizza place, like a hipster pizza place
Thanks for
called,
the invite.
called Tallulah's.
Thanks for the invite.
Would you have come? They had they were doing a cocktail class.
What was
it
last night? Sunday?
Yeah, you were working. Maybe
I
no, you were
wasn't.
working in the morning. All right, well you're invited next time.
Oh, you're a jerk off.
I'm not a jerk. Went to a hot cocktails class where you learn about the hot history.
Who'd you go with?
I went with our friend Susan.
Your other wife?
Not my no, absolutely not. My other friend Susan.
Your
No,
other friends.
my friend Susan.
You're getting really red. This is like adorable.
I'm red because I'm drinking. I'm not. No, stop. Stop like starting rumors.
He's blushing.
I'm not blushing. I'm not blushing. I'm red because
He's getting really nervous
I'm not
because
getting
we're
nervous.
going to go through his phone.
When my friend Susan, she saw on Instagram that they were offering this class, asked if I wanted to go, and we booked it. Limited to 12 spots. We learned the history of 3 traditional hot cocktails.
Did
that
your wife know where you were?
Yes, she did know where I was. So it was awesome. We learned how to make, in Sweden, I believe it's spelled GLO with the little line through it, GG, a glug.
A glug?
A glug.
That
A
doesn't
glug.
sound like something I'd want to drink.
It's like a mulled wine.
Okay,
with
I
spices in
I
it.
drink mulled wine with spices, actually.
Okay, you would love it. You would have loved it then. Then we had something called the marmalade.
Did you light anything on fire?
I didn't, but the bartender did.
Why
Because
didn't
of-
you?
Because of liability concerns, they had him do it. That was a drink called the Blue Blazer, where you light on fire in one pitcher and you dump it in another, and the fire transfers.
Oh, that's cool.
It's pretty sweet. And
That's like really
we had another
cool.
drink called
I'm
the.
gonna see if Colin could do that with my drink.
I bet he could. He's very I think he won an award.
He's
actually.
very were you gonna say bartendery?
No, he's a very talented bartender. Like-
I've never actually had him as a bartender. That
Well,
sounded a
doesn't
lot
this-
dirtier than I
Doesn't this
meant it.
count? He's bringing you drinks.
He actually is, so maybe I have had. Well, no, he's my waiter. Like, I'm not at a bar.
Yeah.
He's not making them. He's like saying like, bitch over in the nook needs another.
Yeah. Get it.
Drink.
Yeah. I'm gonna spit in it and take my time.
Hell yeah.
And
I
then,
think with like a shot of bourbon, you'd be able to tell if it was spit in.
Yeah. And then we had another
like,
drink called
murky look.
Marmalade Mary, where it's rye mixed with homemade marmalade.
And you got to
And
make all
heated.
these.
Yes.
And did you drink them?
Yes.
Did you get drunk?
I didn't. I was fine after, but once I got home, it was like a brick wall hit me.
Was it like that night that we did the moonshine?
Yes.
And
Yes,
you like text
exactly.
me,
It
and
was.
you're like, oh man, moonshine just kicked in. I'm like, man, Ming is a little whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got home about 10 o'clock, and then
Did you get like? I'll let you finish.
I had to lay down.
Okay, so you didn't even get like fun drunk, like wild, like you wanted to just like, you know.
like just like pull my pants down and like, come here, honey, because my wife. No,
Can't.
no, it wasn't like that. It was
You told that story so much better than I would have.
no, it was just like whoa, like
Colin, do you light drinks on fire here?
Do I light drinks on fire?
yeah, do you like a Bacardi
Apparently,
one?
apparently
No,
you're
that's Brent's job.
Have you ever-
apparently
you
you're
guys
kind
have-
of like really bartendery.
Yeah, you're a talented bartender. You've had
Well,
experience.
You know,
You're a mixologist.
Apparently you've won
I
awards.
wouldn't call myself a mixologist.
Apparently you've won awards though.
Well,
What'd you
yeah,
say?
Actually,
Yes, I told you.
in Pennsylvania, I got a one for my baked Manhattan.
Okay.
Smoked, and we actually feature it here.
So you brought it.
Yes.
Okay.
It is Woodford Reserve
Bourbon, yes,
and Antica
yes.
and apple bitters, and we mix it, and then I stuff a meat gun.
A what?
It's a meat smoker. But it's a
Yeah.
gun all at once, and we put cinnamon sugar and applewood chips into the gun, and then we light it as if you were, lighting anything that was being vaped, and it goes through and into the mixer.
Yeah.
And it stays enclosed and smoked, and we swirl it around, and as it's pouring out, the smoke pours out with it. It's really
Okay, now so as like a bartender who can do these things, do you get like super annoyed when somebody comes up to the bar and they're just like, I want a Bud Light or an Appletini?
Yeah, absolutely. I tell Joe, I think that we should charge out the ass for our
But
domestic
like,
beers.
yeah, you should to discourage people from ordering them. That's awesome. Yeah.
We have it. God forbid we get these people. But
Yes.
I mean, mostly, we're very well versed with craft beer, whiskeys, bourbons, scotches, tequilas. Or tequila-less is great as well.
So good in here.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. But
I could just
yeah,
imagine
somebody
like it would be
comes in-
super annoying.
But at the same token, on the weekend when it's absolutely nuts and
Yeah.
we're so slammed, And then somebody says, "Oh, I need 2 baked Manhattans."
Yeah, it's like, oh God,
my
I gotta,
God.
yeah.
Okay, let me take
15 minutes to make them. Yeah,
for
and
2 people out of this $100 extra I could
Yes.
be making in tips.
Okay, so on any given night, busy or not busy, we'll say like average traffic. What's the most annoying thing that you hated making? Like, what was the drink that when you heard it, you just wanted to like stab your eyeballs?
Jaeger bombs.
yeah,
Jaeger bombs.
Jaeger bombs.
Jaeger bombs.
I take 4 Bud Lights and a Jaeger bombs.
It sounded like you probably worked at the Jersey Shore.
No, they just came here.
yeah.
It happens every night.
Sure.
You can't tell security to keep them out. I mean, we might be able to put that into the plan, but
Ta.
we'll figure it out.
We're all open to everybody.
I hate Jaeger bombs. I hate Jaeger.
I hate when people come in here and ask for that beer.
Yes, but it's gonna happen.
is gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. You gotta,
Beer wise, what do you beside like a Bud Light? What do you hate it when people ask for?
Beer wise?
Yeah.
Bud Light, Coors, any domestic
Well, I'm
draft,
saying any like beside that, like,
Right.
is there something like? Do you hate it when people ask for a Guinness? So
No, Guinness is respectable.
You're drinking a
No.
Guinness.
Guinness is
You know
respectable.
why though? We actually have something that's very comparable with Guinness. It's called Nitro Milk, which is
Oh
made
yeah,
by-
left
I
hand.
love
yeah,
left hand.
yeah.
Oh my God, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's
creamy.
but lighter.
Yeah.
I think it's got a better balance. I mean, I still love Guinness. I love blacksmiths.
Yeah.
Even better.
Yep.
With the Smithix involved.
Yeah,
Yep.
In
absolutely.
the groove and
I can just like imagine like, especially in a bar like we were talking about Maloney's that has like 80 to 100 beers.
draft.
and that's
Yeah.
the 80th time
Draft.
I've heard of Maloney's today. Yeah.
5 times of which I've mentioned it. Going in there and asking for a Guinness, like I feel like in that bar, like a Guinness is like a Bud Light. Like when there's so many stouts on tap,
Right.
like if I'm asking for a Guinness, I deserve to be slapped across the face.
Yes.
Despite the fact that they have like Guinness shit all over the place.
Right. And well, to your question before, yes, when people come in and order Jameson or Jack Daniels,
Yeah.
it makes me cringe. There are so many good whiskeys.
Yeah, same price point, or maybe a little couple, or less. Yeah.
Jameson, you're coming in and spending 12. I'm sorry. When you get like Elijah Craig for 10.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
any of the other ones that people just haven't tried yet. Like, why not try new things? Open up your horizons.
Right.
you know?
Exactly.
That's what drives
I
me crazy.
I used to have a group of friends that they would always go into the bar and they would order big guy and a little guy, a Yingling and a Jameson. And that was how they went through the night. They ordered a beer
Well, I
and a
mean,
Jameson, a beer and a
that's
Jameson.
like same people go to McDonald's in every city. It's like it's safe. It's it's consistent. So
Yeah, absolutely.
so
It's a
that's
go-to.
just how people are.
What bartenders will love, any bar that you go to, if they're a good bartender or like what they do, if you go in and you tell them what you like and then ask them, what do you think I would enjoy here? That's you're giving,
See, I think
putting
that would be
hope
like.
into their hands.
I feel like that would be like not annoying, but like when somebody goes into a bar, and I've been guilty of it, going to like martini bars. I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to read your list. Make me whatever you like.
Yes.
Right, that is incredibly annoying because we are very well covered with our cocktail list. Like for instance, people come in and they just, you need Kettle and Club, whatever. Did you check out our list?
Yeah.
What do you like to drink?
Yeah.
Oh, we like vodka. Okay, well I have
Okay,
this
yeah.
and I have that. Well, your whiskey, I got
Yeah. Oh, I got it.
and simply suggest. And 98% of the time, they love it, and that validates us and gives us the satisfaction that you hoped, you gave, you're putting your experience into our hands.
Yes.
You trusted us.
Right.
We recommended, you took, and you loved it.
Yes.
It's a touching thing, as corny as it sounds.
I like it. I can dig that.
Right on. And that's why you should be getting your ass here to Gotham.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
There's lots of asses upstairs coming out of the walls.
Yes, there are in the artwork. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
there
When
is.
people say, how is it to work there? I'm like, are you serious? It's
I mean,
awesome.
yeah,
It's
there's
like
asses.
naked women everywhere.
Naked women. Yeah. In the art.
It's like
but
we're-
yes.
And
Like we're
then
getting
clientele
porn
comes
world.
And then dances in front of all the naked art. It's,
Yeah.
There you go.
It's a great trait.
There you go.
It's a great trait.
So come to Gotham.
Come to Gotham.
Yes.
Come say hello to our buddy Colin here.
Yes.
Talk hockey with him. Yes.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we definitely have to have you like back for like Stanley Cup season when
Oh my
when we
God.
actually start watching every game, because I mean right now I just can't.
I think Barry Melrose would appreciate that. I think he might feel a little threatened.
Barry Melrose.
I'm catching up to you,
Barry Melrose.
Yeah, I'm going to be the next anchor.
Former coach of the Tampa Bay Lightning, Barry Melrose. All right.
Kings.
And the
During
Kings.
Gretzky's era.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I would bring
Alright.
up the Kings first,
Yes.
as opposed to the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yes. Anyways, yeah, I was at this cocktail class. I got smashed, and that's why I said like I'm not gonna drink today.
And here you are drinking
Well,
bourbon.
I mean, we're here, so
well, yeah,
I can't seem to escape it. It's weird.
it's true.
Oh well. Just real quick, I didn't really want to bring this up, but your opinion on that ugly ass dress that was posted online.
Oh my
Isn't
God.
it funny how, like how for one day it was the most awesome thing on the planet or
It, like,
whatever?
I
Today,
hate.
nobody
I,
cares about
I
it.
hate the phrase "it broke the internet," but like it really,
it didn't.
it didn't break the internet. It broke my brain. Like, and it was funny too because like
Okay. Yes.
I had seen it and I didn't really pay attention because like I saw it. I scrolled past. I was like,
Well, just for the record, what did you see?
the dress is blue and black.
Right, but what did you see?
Blue and black.
I saw white and gold. So
Okay. Actually, at the top of the dress where it was black, I did see like golds, but like the rest of it looked black. So I rounded, so it was blue and black.
exposed. Yeah, if you darken it, you see blue and black.
So
Big deal, but
so
yeah.
so like I scrolled by it earlier in the morning. I was like, people are fucking crazy. It's blue and black. So I get home and I'm scrolling through it again, like my Facebook. I was just sitting there bored, and I guess Alex leaned over and he goes, "Isn't this crazy about that dress? It's white and gold."
Yeah.
And like I guess it was that like brought me, and I was like, it's blue and black. 45 minutes later, we're screaming at each other.
That was the beauty of it. Like
I was following Jay Alders, artist for Taco, and he's like he's an artist. He's like me and my wife early are like words ready because we've been thinking about this. Like literally. So you saw white and gold. I saw
Yeah,
black.
I mean, it's just, if the monitor is calibrated one way, if your eye, if your brain works one way or the other, like, yeah.
It was ridiculous. And then I did see a funny thing the next day. It was a guy, and he was like, it was like this gay guy, like gayer than Maple, and he's like, so we're all like, the dress that broke the internet. So I'm going to show you how a simple, just changing the exposure. And he's lightening up the dress picture, and in like red words, he was writing on the thing, "No one gives a shit."
Yes.
And he goes, and that's what I have to say about that. And like that was the end of it. And I was like, oh, you
All right,
win.
I just want to see what you saw. It's funny when we saw
Blue and
different
black.
things, so.
But I think we could all agree that dress was ugly as shit.
It was, for sure.
Like that was like
Yeah.
the most atrocious dress.
I've seen worse, but that was up there. It's
Yeah.
funny. It's just funny that they sold like a million of them too. But
It's
like
like-
literally 2 days later, no one gives a shit.
Yeah, no one cares.
It's great.
No one cares.
It's great.
And it was funny too because I wasn't gonna tweet about it, but then I was like, you know what? I do like work on a podcast. Like I have to actually keep up with like some social media trends.
Right.
So like let me jump on the blue and black,
Okay.
white and gold.
Right on.
Let me put in my 2 cents about
I saw
ugliness.
that. Most of yours were like, who gives a fuck? So
Yeah, I generally don't care about much.
cheers to that.
Yeah.
All right, right on. All right, Walking Dead, my friend.
Yeah, so if-
spoiler free, or maybe not so much.
Yeah, so
but
it just if you like The Walking Dead and you haven't watched, just sign off. I won't be insulted.
okay.
I do feel like talking about it a little bit because
Alright.
I think this is actually the longest span that I've actually liked the show without a solid complaint about it.
And that's hard for you.
The only
You
other
complain
time
about everything.
the only other time that this happened was
Okay.
season 1. I loved season 1,
Okay.
but season 1 was only 6 episodes
Right.
long. So there was a 6 episode, maybe 7, maybe like the first episode of season 2. But then Sophia got lost, and that whole season was fucking blown. Anything that happened at Herschel's farm was blown. Anything with the governor just blew my mind, not in a good way.
Okay.
So this season is like the longest running that I actually have not a negative comment to say about.
I haven't heard you say anything. negative.
I like really look forward to it. I watch it live. I don't even like DVR, watch it later so I can fast forward. I want to like experience it with the
Yet-
world.
And yet you don't watch comic book live.
I go to sleep.
Insulting.
Yeah, so the show,
Yes.
spoilers ahead.
Okay.
Obviously they're in Alexandria.
Yes.
What do you think? And I for the first time ever, I actually watched The Talking Dead after.
Okay.
I usually don't.
It's good.
I d-
Lana Masterson was on. And
Yeah,
yes.
she was unfunny and I hated her, but the other two were cool. That guy was awesome. And he was very funny because he was just like, when we first met Deanna, I was just like, you can't trust her. But then I'm like, well, these people are kind of inept. Like, are they really skilled masterminds enough to be tricking somebody?
Right.
But then, like with the son, I was just like, I don't trust her. But then I was kind of like, well, but would she really be lying? Like, yeah, and his back and forth was like hysterical.
Yeah.
So
He was taking both sides.
now, aside from the comics,
Okay.
forget about what we know
Okay.
happens
Okay.
in the show, because
Yes.
they could go a very different way. They've said that they're going
I
to
hope
in
they do,
some
yes.
some aspects. Do you trust her?
I don't trust anybody.
She.
I don't trust nobody.
Well, and it was funny too because he was like, at one point he was like, and then I realized I trust her, and then I realized she said she was a politician,
Yeah.
and immediately I don't trust her.
and a possible poker player. I don't trust nobody.
Yeah, like she said two things: that she was a politician,
Yeah.
and if that didn't work out, she would be a
Poker
poker
player,
player.
yes.
So I was like, okay, so instantly what this woman is telling you is that she lies to make people happy
Yes.
and get what she wants,
Yes.
and that she has a great bluffing face.
Yes.
Like, why would you tell somebody that?
I don't know.
Okay. So, and she's awkwardly videotaping all of them.
What'd you think of that? I thought it was cool. I liked it.
I did like it.
Rick Nicotero, hats off to you.
Yeah, the whole episode was actually very well done. Carol, what do we think of the way Carol is playing Carol right
Oh, I
now?
love it. The Junior League Carol.
Junior
Yes.
League Carol. Like, it was funny too
Susie
because my
Housewife
favorite part
Carol.
was when she fiddled with the gun.
Yes.
Now, clearly, if you're looking at these women, but this is where my mind kind of is like, if they're tricking them, they would see through Carol because
Yes.
she was carrying the biggest gun.
Yes.
So like her like, oh, I don't know how to get this off of me, like cute little thing. Like if you're trying to trick them, you would probably see through her act.
Sure.
But maybe they are actually that inept that they don't see through
I
it.
think they might be.
Inept?
Yes.
I tend to agree with you. I laughed when we got to the part with Diana's son. How they're keeping this walker, because it reminded me of that 5 things that The Walking Dead does over and over again
Yes.
that it shouldn't.
Yes,
And it's
that
people
was-
who treat walkers as if they're actually humans
Yes,
and
that- again,
don't
that
realize.
happens.
So we have another one. We have like another person.
It's a Walking Dead cycle.
like we have another
we could do a
person.
drinking game to this.
Yeah, we could. Let's
Good.
drink to it.
All right, I'm drinking to the.
Let's
yeah,
drink to.
to
What was the son's
Alexandria.
name?
I can't remember, but. The,
Douchebag?
Yes, douchebag. Yes. I'll drink
Um,
to that. Anyways.
What else? I don't want to get to the big thing. I want to save that for last.
Okay.
Daryl,
Yes.
not really buying into the whole, I'm going to live in a house and I'm going to shower.
Sure.
It's more of like I'm going to sit on the porch with my crossbow and skin my possum.
Yeah. That's why people love Daryl.
Yeah, that's me. Carl and like his weird like girl thing going.
Hey,
And like, I mean, she's got some issues.
I'm digging that. I'm digging it.
She's got some things about her.
I'm
He's
digging
like,
it.
oh, you don't like being here, and she doesn't say anything.
You
Like
don't like
wanders
me,
off.
yes.
Yeah. Who else? Who else do we have?
All right, you meet a few characters that you don't know what's going to happen yet, but
Yeah, I mean, you don't know what's going to happen with Diana, whatever the fuck
Yeah.
her name is. Her son, obviously, Glenn steps up and like,
that I liked.
Well, yeah, because you obviously know him.
Sure.
And you obviously are like, yeah, take one back for the Asians.
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
Asians.
Right, Asian power, man,
Exactly.
for sure. All right, so you heard the finale's 90 minutes, right?
No, I didn't.
90 minutes,
90 minutes. I like that.
meaning we get pushed back 90 minutes, but whatever.
I'll just DVR your show and not watch it.
I know.
Um,
It's a good one.
I believe it will be.
Good one.
The big thing about The Walking Dead,
Is,
Rick's shaving scene.
yeah.
Oh my God! Like I'm like
oh my God in here.
I'm like an Andrew Lincoln hater on this show.
You are?
Like
you've gone
I
on
hate
record,
Rick
sure.
Grimes.
Okay.
I always say I hate Rick Grimes.
Okay, but
Dude, like at one point he was shaving and I was like literally like inching closer to the TV. I was like,
Oh, you're
holy
getting-
shit.
yeah?
And like he did like this one thing where he shaved up his like underside of his neck and he had his like chin angled perfectly and like it cut his jaw and he had like that long stringy
Okay.
wet hair and his perfectly manicured chest, which
Okay.
wouldn't have looked like that because he clearly wasn't shaving his chest hair at that
Right.
moment. And then like, knock on the door and like he runs down all topless with like his manliness and I gotta admit, like, I was fucking feeling it.
All right, you felt like a little, like hot down there.
Yeah,
right.
like Rick Grimes is still hot.
Sure.
I haven't seen a hot Rick Grimes since Love Actually.
Oh, it's gone that far back. Not even season 1.
Do you watch Walking Dead?
I really like the storyline and the characters and everything, but
Not
I
caught
don't
up.
watch it.
Not caught up. So.
I was gonna say, really, you like the storyline and the characters? I think those are the two most devastating
spoil it
flaws
for
in
him.
the show.
Don't
Yeah?
spoil it
Well,
for
I've
me.
only seen like a handful of episodes, so I'm not credible.
Oof.
Don't spoil it.
Did you
for
watch Lost?
me. Oh, okay.
God.
He's here, dude.
I just
He's bartending. He's like,
yeah. If
Get
I'm,
lost.
Lost was on like 10 years ago.
right. He was probably bartending
if
10
I'm
years
at
ago.
home, I'm either watching hockey. Or
There you go.
I like the way he says hockey. Why is no one like chiming in on that guy?
Nobody else is that genuine, I guess. But
Like picking apart the way I say day.
Yes. No, it was a compliment. That
It
was a
was.
compliment. It's a compliment.
It was.
we're watching live music. I
Yes.
mean,
Oh
I
yeah,
do
for
that
sure.
all day long.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, I fucking hate that.
Why?
Shocking.
Like it's just like if I want to listen to music, I'm gonna put my headphones on, and like I listen to film scores. Okay, so it's hard to like translate that onto TV.
Awesome. No,
It-
I find soundtracks fascinating. The
Really?
way that you can match moods.
Can this guy be our third?
Absolutely.
Like I'm ready to induct him.
He's
like
gonna be
this,
here though. so
This that's fine. We can come here every
Beautiful
week.
Training shifts from you guys. And I want headphones that look like that.
we'll get
You can have
headphones.
these headphones because mine are actually purple.
Yes.
No shit.
Yeah, I get purple ones.
We'll get you awesome. Whatever you need, my friend. Whatever
You know,
you
this
need.
guy is like
If I could,
totally.
like, every one of those jerseys that you have for your league. 'Cause those jerseys
Oh
are
yeah.
just the coolest
Yeah. The
jerseys
LA
I've
Ming's
ever seen in my
jersey.
life.
Puck U jerseys.
Don't you have
Mike
one with a
Castle
dick in your
jerseys.
mouth?
No, I don't. There's a shirt
Doesn't
with.
somebody have
There's
one
a
with a
shirt.
dick in your mouth?
There's a shirt like that. We'll talk about that later.
We've talked about it before.
Yes.
I just found my LA Ming shirt the other day.
You should wear it.
I don't know if you guys are interested.
In?
I know you guys were trying to cover the piece before with a mixologist.
Yes.
Our top mixologist has made a spontaneous drop-in. If you guys want to talk to him, who has...
Does he set shit on fire?
He's the one that does set shit on
Yes.
fire.
Yeah, no, bring him over.
Brent,
If he's Brent.
happy birthday, but come here.
Oh,
It's your
Brent is
birthday?
here.
We just sang happy birthday.
I know. We could sing again. What's up? I'm Brent. How are you?
He's our head mixologist.
Yes, Brent.
I will slap
Award
him.
winning.
He
Nope.
hates it 'cause he says it's so
Don't be
really
don't
Yeah,
be
here,
shy.
here,
take
come
my
on,
seat, bud.
come on up for a second. We have some. Ming went to a. Did you ask him for your drink? So Ming went to a.
The hot cocktails educational class.
You got like hung up on that word.
Yes.
I like that.
Um.
So he said some. Well, he didn't. They didn't trust him with it.
Well, they showed us how to make a blue blazer. You know, you light it on fire and you pour it from pitcher to pitcher.
A blue blazer?
Blue blazer, yes.
Well, it's something I've never made before.
Oh, okay. It's got
Okay, so wildest things you've made.
Oh, okay. The last bar I worked at was the bookstore Speakeasy in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Wait, what?
Yes.
What did they do there? Like, does it look like a bookstore?
Yeah. No,
I'm a former librarian. Like, this is like ridiculous.
This setup right in here is like just like the bookstore Speakeasy, basically. You go down this like side alley in the middle of downtown Bethlehem. There's an old Victorian building. You walk down in the side alley, and there's just stairs going to like a black iron door. You walk, and it says the bookstore on it, spray painted in white. You open it up. There's a little receptionist, bookshelves everywhere, all candlelit. You know, say like a 2 for the bar, 2 for a table. They take you through like a back room door, and you're in a bar and lounge area.
We're going.
You want to
Oh,
go?
it's
Yeah.
excellent.
Go.
It's
Let's
closed-
hop in the car
it's closed on
right
Mondays.
now.
It's closed on Mondays.
All right.
Mondays are closed. But
So let's hop in the car tomorrow.
Okay.
it's tomorrow. But
Done.
one of the training there is about 3 months before they let you go behind the bar, and
That's intense.
our most ordered drink was called a bar pick, and basically you give the bartender a base profile for your drink. You know, you pick vodka, rum, gin, tequila, whiskey, bourbon, rye, whatever it may be, scotch, and we have under 2 minutes using egg whites or anything else. Come up with a completely custom cocktail based on your specifications, and it has to be completely unique to that person that's ordering.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So-
Especially when
so-
you're 5 deep at the bar.
Okay, so now, did you ever cheat and make the same drink twice?
Never.
I love
That's
these
impressive.
Never.
That's impressive.
I've been bartending for 4 years, and that was probably the most rigorous thing that I've ever went through as far as training and bartending. That's honestly why I'm able to be 23 bartending at a place like
Guys. Yeah.
Did you ever get somebody that you handed them their drink and they were like, I don't like this?
Yeah, and they were usually 21, blonde, about 5'3", and asked me for a Cosmo afterwards.
Yeah.
Or vodka.
Yeah. No appreciation, man.
Fair enough.
No appreciation.
I love that specific
No,
detailing.
they were all college girls.
Probably had hair straightened as well.
Usually, and they do.
Isn't your hair straightened right now?
Well, yeah, but I don't straighten it.
Okay.
Just blow dries
Okay.
this way.
Vodka soda. This I don't like gin. You can have a vodka soda.
Who doesn't like gin?
All right, we will go in there and we will appreciate it.
Yeah.
They charge, I think it's like $23 for a Long Island iced tea, because if you're gonna come to that kind of bar and
Yeah,
order
you
Long Island
deserve
iced
to
tea,
overpay
you
for it.
deserve to overpay
I love it. I
I've
love
only
that.
had 2 Long Island iced teas in my life. The first one and then the second one right after, and that was the end of my night.
I would never take you out drinking with me.
Yep. No, I was like 20. I was actually probably
Oh
20.
yeah, your tolerance is way higher now.
Yeah. Now
is your taste.
I'm much better.
As is your taste. my
That was
friend.
back when I used to drink like Coors Light and think it was a good beer.
I think the last time I drank Coors Light, I was probably 14, taking it from my dad's stash.
Yeah, yeah, it's like it's terrible. I remember there was actually a kid once.
Shoot, I drank Coors Light on Saturday. Long story, but
I was to say there was actually a kid once that we had just started dating and we were at like a bonfire and like I called him because he was picking up beer and I was like, just give me like whatever craft beer you can find, something dark, something stout, like maybe like me. And he brought like a case of Miller Lite for me,
Oh,
and I broke up with him.
Yeah,
I broke up with him the
Done.
next day. I was just like,
Why wait? Why wait?
I was just like, listen, this
Done.
actually isn't gonna work, so I'm sorry.
Oh man, but yeah, that's
Wow.
probably. I mean, there's no real particular drink that I've really, that was really outrageous that I've ever had to make. It was just every single drink at that place
Was kind of
absolutely
outrageous.
ridiculous. Yeah.
So beside Cosmos and vodka sodas, what else do you hate making?
I have a story. I used to work at a nightclub down in Edison, and it was a hookah lounge and nightclub. So we had a lot of Mediterranean.
Which
clientele,
one?
Fire Nights. I don't want to talk about it.
I
I've heard
drove
of it.
by
You've
there a
been there. I
million
know you've been
times.
I
there.
don't want to
Yeah.
talk about it, but the owners great people, but just the demographic and the type of work I was doing.
Yep. I know.
And
I know
We
exactly.
would have on Friday and Saturday. Our Saturday nights was our Bollywood night, and we'd have women come in and ask for virgin mojitos. So there was always a group, and they'd always want to come in, dance to the Bollywood music, and ask for virgin mojitos.
Yes.
I'd see them come in, and I'd see them coming. I'd grab the mint leaves and just dump them in the garbage.
ha.
So
Sorry, I'd have been.
I'll admit, and I would do it right in front of them too, and I had no shame.
Like,
Sorry, we're out of mint.
so what they order?
They would get virgin pina coladas until I told them the blender broke, and
Ah.
they got waters, and that was it.
Love it. Integrity, man.
I was to say that's like a tough one.
Yeah.
I do know the clientele.
There's no drink I won't make, but there are drinks, especially if you're going to be an asshole about it. There are drinks that I'm gonna.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you ever spit in somebody's drink?
No.
Have you ever wanted to?
Yeah.
He's just like laughing.
Of course, man.
He's like, yeah, 5 minutes ago when you asked me to bring you another bourbon.
That's right. The alcohol kills the germs.
No, I mean there's a lot of anger behind bartending sometimes, but by the end of the shift you're over it. It's
Yeah.
like it's very fleeting when you get angry with certain people. I mean, I usually combat it with really funny things, like that same nightclub I worked at had girls coming in asking for free birthday shots. So there was like 3 of them, so I just lined up 3 shots of Fireball and just ripped them all and said happy birthday, thanks, and walked away.
Fireball.
That's a pretty good
I
one.
won't drink Fireball, but they were so annoying. They wanted fire. They're like, "Oh, can we get Fireball shots? It's my birthday. Birthday shots. I was like, "Oh, it's your birthday. Happy
All
birthday."
right, here
Blah,
we
blah,
go.
blah.
Yep.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Ah,
You just
Walk
walked
away.
away.
love
Cheers
it.
to that.
Cheers to that. Cheers.
There you go.
Cheers to
Wow.
you and you.
No, but I mean, working here, I don't have any complaints.
Yeah, this is a cool place. man.
Yeah, no, this is.
So what are you guys doing with all this this gear?
We're recording it. We're recording a podcast.
Am I
It's
on
called
the
The Sam and
podcast?
Ming Show. You're on a podcast.
Oh.
It'll go up probably
no.
sometime tonight or tomorrow. And
Yeah,
no,
people are like listening to you. We have like,
yeah,
I like to say we have 5 followers, but we have a lot of
yeah, we
followers.
got people out there.
Number 6.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. The more, the merrier.
Yeah, no, that's
But no, you
I
know-
just like it when bartenders. I mean, obviously Ming brought up he took a picture of them lighting something on fire, and
Yes.
I just like, not that I love when things are on fire, but like shit, who doesn't?
Right.
I mean, the most I'll do with fires, like when it comes to bartending, is I'll do like a flame twist just to like caramelize the citrus and give it a little smoky flavor.
Yeah,
but
that's it right there. Little.
that looks dangerous.
It's a little dangerous. Yes.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
That's
So,
makes sense.
that
That guy
is-
doesn't have much of a beard.
That is Bacardi 151.
Oh God.
lit on fire with other ingredients in there.
I
But
mean, if you're drinking if you order 151 for your friend, you're an asshole.
Ha.
If you order it for yourself, you're probably trying to go home with a stranger that night.
right. But I was put in.
Hate yourself.
I was put in there more as fuel for the fire. So
It's like amazing. What else did you make?
marmalade Mary and a glug.
A glug?
A glug.
The things I've
Mulled
never heard
wine.
of.
Mulled wine from Sweden.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I was to say I drink like mulled wine from New Jersey,
Yes.
so I'm sure.
I drink gin from the bottle. I drink bourbon from the bottle, and that's about as far as.
Do you at
I
least
get.
put it in a cup, or do you just suck it off the
yeah,
tap?
man, it tastes better from the glass. So
Put on a Morrissey vinyl, read some
Ah.
Bukowski, hate myself a little bit, drink
All
some
right.
gin.
There you go.
Fair
I like
enough.
that. You have the glasses that say you kind of hate yourself a little bit. I appreciate that.
Self-loathing is a hobby when you listen to Morrissey, I guess.
yes.
Yeah. Well, self-loathing I feel is like kind of a hobby when you listen to records. I feel like there's like a certain thing, like as much as like I have records. I actually have
You're
two.
a fan of
I have
vinyl?
2 record players.
Two.
I feel like if I really hate myself that day, like I actually want to go through the trouble of pulling out the record, making sure I'm not scratching it. My record player happens to be at the top of my bookcase, which is very high, so I have to climb up on something, put it up there.
Really make yourself work for it and feel bad about it.
Yeah, and then like obviously it goes through one side very quickly, and then like after like 4 songs, I'm like, fuck, I gotta get back up there and change it
Yes.
over. So like, yeah, no, actually, I would agree with that statement that vinyls for people who really fucking wanted to,
Yeah.
really hurt
Solve a hard
themselves.
time. You
Yeah.
deserve this.
Yeah, like there's a real inconvenience there,
Yeah.
but God, don't we all love it?
We do.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you. And
You,
hap-
you
happy
seem like you
birthday?
got like a problem.
Happy
I know
birthday,
you.
Wow.
23.
I think
Happy
so.
birthday.
Dave Pilmenstein.
Probably not. But well, he's coming over here now, so let's
Yes.
find out about Dave.
Dave, come on over, Dave.
Dave, come on over and be on a podcast.
Oh yeah, you guys
Yeah,
have a podcast?
we are right now. Right
Dave,
now. my
what do
friend.
you do? Sit down.
Oh great.
We'll
All
just,
Have a
right.
seat.
we'll just talk to
Thanks for
everybody. It
having
was
me
so
on.
nice
Thank you,
meeting
my friend. Thank you.
So what's hold on, let me grab my drink. This is
All right.
This is.
I know.
We could
it's
sit
just
here
like-
all night.
We could.
We're gonna have to
could.
cut this soon.
I'll have to cut this and.
before I inject myself in this, what are you guys doing? This is cool.
There's we do a weekly podcast called The Cheese Samantha. My name's Ming.
It's the S&M show.
I'm Dave.
Dave and this.
I
goes-
feel like I know you.
this.
Incredibly familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do?
I work in advertising.
I definitely don't know you.
All right.
No, I mean, I went to Rutgers, but like.
I went to Rutgers too.
Okay, so that explains a lot.
I went to graduate school at Rutgers
Okay.
to be a librarian. So I probably
GSC or
what
GSC?
skills
Yeah.
Like which grad school?
skills
Oh, I don't know. That. Was it Rutgers Newark? Was it Brunswick?
Brunswick. It was right next to the library. Figure they put us fucking
Yes.
librarians there.
Oh, was that in the com building?
Yeah.
Okay,
May have run into each other.
may have. Once upon.
Yeah, like I don't know, like
Once upon a
he like
drunken
looks
racing
over and I'm
idiot.
like, holy shit, I know that kid, but maybe I
Cops,
don't.
Nah.
Awesome. So you're in advertising. What do you advertise?
A madman.
Bodybuilding supplements, which is like, look at me, no, but I, actually, I don't use them apparently, but yeah, no, I advertise Shred supplements, and we're in Jersey City.
Man, the people who come into this bar are fucking
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. My old job actually was really cool. I used to do digital advertising for National Geographic.
Oh, that's awesome. Why'd you leave that job?
Too many hours for too little money.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair
I
enough.
was like, I don't really care how cool you are, just
When you said too many hours, like at first I was like, no, National Geographic, like I would sacrifice a lot for them. But
Right,
when you
no.
said too little money, I was like, ooh, maybe
Yeah,
not
yeah.
that.
Yeah, you've been there. You've done that before.
Yeah.
And Nat Geo is so awesome though. They're like
Yeah, no,
all
you.
crazy.
I'm a photographer. I'm not like a good photographer, but like I'd like to think I am. I want to be one of those people taking pictures of like tigers when they're running around.
Yeah.
You know,
action shots.
Oh,
like-
what's his face? Steve Winter.
Yeah,
You know who Steve Winter is?
I've heard the name.
He's the Nat Geo photographer.
Yeah.
Who did, like the crazy story on all the tigers.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, Steve Winter's awesome.
yes. I want to be that guy. Like I always talk about the movie The Secret Life of Walter Mitty,
So good.
where he's looking at the ends where he's just like, Psst, you're my shot, and he's just sitting there like, oh man, you have to watch this
That was-
movie.
will.
that was
I will
Sean
watch
Penn,
it.
right?
What?
Sean Penn?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sean Penn.
He's awesome.
Sean Penn hates Mexicans,
Really.
apparently.
Not cool, Sean Penn.
See, I
So-
don't know why the immigration debate we're having depends on all these Mexicans, when there are just so many like Canadian geese we could be deporting and stuff.
Ah,
Or Asians.
Yeah.
or a lot of
Who are
Asians.
you?
Yeah, a lot of Asians. But hey, we're
This guy's famous.
we're gonna take over. We're gonna take
What
over
do you do?
though.
You're famous?
That's all relative. Fame is relative.
He's on a reality show.
Which one?
I am. It's called Comic Book Man.
Oh,
So I'm,
no, okay, so right there.
right there. Yeah.
Okay, I always switch off after Walking Dead. I'm sorry.
Join the club here. My
No,
friend.
dude, is it bad if I say Chris Hardwick? Like, he's a great guy.
He is.
But
He truly is.
but the show is just terrible. Like someone died.
5 million people would disagree
Right.
with you.
Yeah, but they're all wrong. And here's
I agree. I actually agree. This
I
is
know
the first
people
one I watched
disagree
this
with you,
week.
my friend.
So you're watching Walking Dead,
Yes.
right? It's gone down to the wire, and somebody dies, and you're bawling your eyes out. And
Right.
It's just me alone in my basement, and then Chris Hardwick's like super happy face. Comes
Hi,
Yeah,
guys.
hey, wasn't that terrible? We're gonna talk about how terrible it was. Like,
Yeah, no, he's a little too peppy.
here's Marilyn Manson, who's no longer relevant, and he's gonna tell you how awful that episode.
Yeah.
was.
Marilyn Manson was awesome on Talking Dead.
He was on The Talking Dead.
Yeah.
I only watched the past episode.
God,
I've
you
never,
missed.
but Kevin's on the next one,
So
so
last night, 'cause that's
I
like
won't.
the first time in like years I didn't get to watch it.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry. We were
yeah,
talking.
you actually came in
We
right
talked-
after
yeah,
we
we talked
finished
about
talking
it.
about
Good,
it.
good,
Yeah,
good.
we're
So,
good.
so yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Is
this
this
place,
just for fun, or?
well, kind of.
Yeah, no, it goes up on Kevin's podcast network, and
awesome.
yeah, we're huge.
We're like mildly big.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like a realist.
Is it like Gilbert Gottfried's Colossal podcast, mildly big, or?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
I hate him.
Well, don't hate.
Oh God, I hate him.
Why?
Cause he's so weird looking. Like he has the face of a sociopath. Actually, no, he is the
he's
he has
freaking
he has
Gottfried.
the face of a full-blown serial
That's not
killer.
nice.
I'm not a nice person. I've said a lot of nasty things about a lot of people today.
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
Well, you should
And then
vent.
I walk away. What a scumbag.
This is free
I'm gonna be like,
therapy,
Jesus
my friend.
fucking Christ.
Free therapy, and so here
It
we
is
are.
free therapy.
It is. And we get to drink while we're in therapy. So.
Hell yeah, we do. Yeah,
Liquid
no.
therapy, podcast therapy.
Podcast therapy.
Yeah.
Round two.
Go for it.
Yeah,
Thank
go
you
for
stopping
it.
by,
Yeah,
man.
I'm enjoying this, unless you guys have other stuff to do, but this is fun.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, we're wrapping up
Nah,
our show.
we're wrapping it up, but-
We've pretty much interviewed everyone in this
I think so.
bar.
So, how do you feel about sitting at the bar? Yeah, it's pretty,
I love. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. So yeah, no, we're gonna come back. I think.
Yeah, Gotham. We'll be back for sure.
Yeah, I like this little nook. I think it should
Yeah.
just be renamed the Salmon Ming Nook.
Yeah.
The S&M Nook.
That's an M nook. This is
There
it's
you
a little
go.
happy little accident that we're here. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like these like little shades too that we could have pulled.
we could have. Yeah.
If we
made it a
wanted
total,
some, like-
boudoir
If you
studio.
Yeah.
want to go like hookah bar, VIP lounge,
Exactly. Yeah.
No,
all the
no.
19-year-olds being like super private.
Yeah.
about it.
We'll talk to the 19-year-olds next time.
Actually, there's a bar in you would love that.
I would.
You would love 13-year-olds.
Sure.
There's actually a bar in Scotch Plains Fanwood. It's called Vienna 60.
Yeah.
It's a 60s
I'm
bar.
from Springfield.
Okay. So
Love bar.
love that bar.
I go to-
Love it.
The guy who owns that place.
Ming, I have to take you there.
go.
So the guy who owns this place, right, is always behind the bar in a bathrobe and smoking a cigar.
Oh,
and
I
hitting
love
on
it.
Everything that moves.
Yeah.
I love it.
Amazing.
But like the whole bar, it's when you walk in, you actually are like completely immersed in the 60s,
Yeah.
except the fact they added 2 TVs, and it like killed it for me because there were no flat screen TVs in the 60s.
Yeah, so it's an
but
atmosphere.
but there is like I guess like
No, they're
there's like
cathode ray. Don't worry, they're cathode ray flat screen.
there's like this little nook, and then they put like with a mattress in
Yeah.
it, and then they put beads in front of it, so it's like the fuck nook.
Right. Okay.
It's like when you go there, like there are people like literally doing things in there.
When you see the guy who owns the place,
Yeah,
you'll
you understand.
why
Okay.
he built a fuck nook in this.
All right, done. Let's go.
Let's
We're
go.
going there. We're going to Bethlehem.
Let's go. Well, yeah, we're going to Bethlehem.
Okay.
We're going to the fuck nook.
Fantastic.
No, we're not going to the fuck
No, no,
nook.
we're not. But no, we're
Yeah.
going. Yes.
Jeez, that place is crazy. I
Yeah.
don't even remember what kind of music they play there because every time I go there, it's like 1 in the morning and like.
Yeah.
So I go to the bar across the street, Stagehouse.
I've been there.
And
I go there usually during the summer when
That's
it's
probably
when the
where I know you
patio.
from.
Yeah, maybe.
So then, whenever last call is a Stagehouse, we go over to Love Bar because our last call is like an hour past.
Yep.
And the cops show up and break everything up.
Yep.
Always. So
I used to live in Sayreville. Now I live down here. So that drive from Scotch Plains to Sayreville down like that stretch where cops always are was never one that you wanted to be driving
Nah,
because even
they
if
knew.
even if you were doing the speed limit
Yeah, they
and there was
knew.
nothing wrong with your car, they knew to
You're
pull you
toast.
over because you either had alcohol in your system or you had drugs in your car.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
the cops
Well-
in the state are ruthless.
it was so nice talking to you. We got
Thank
to
you,
end
Dave.
the
Happy
show.
birthday.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Wrap up, guys.
Ming, it was a pleasure talking to you today.
You too. This was a great idea.
Yeah, no. We should at the beginning I was a little mad That they
saw
kicked us
that.
out.
We didn't kick us out. It's just like what the well.
No,
Whatever,
they kicked us
whatever.
out.
Whatever.
I mean, we should actually slash their tires.
That would be fun. That'd be awesome.
If they came out, not slash their tires, because then there's like really no salvaging those.
Sugar in
but
the
like,
gas tank.
No, I was gonna say let the air have 2 of their tires
Yeah.
because they're only each gonna have 1
Yeah.
spare, so they're still gonna need to be towed.
Yes. All right. Let's go do that.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you very much, everybody.
Thanks,
for hanging with
guys.
us. And we will talk to you next week.
Yeah, we
Hopefully
will.
from the store.
Or from here.
Or if not, we'll be here.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool place.
Yeah. All right. Thanks,
I like
guys.
it.
See you later.
Bye.